All right, Kyle.
All right. Let me turn off that part. It's gonna have that fucking playing the whole podcast.
Immediately just starts choking. All right.
Look, they're watching the raw footage. Okay, this isn't the actual podcast. The show isn't this stream.
This is what they wanted.
The show is.
I don't even know if this is what people wanted. We're just we just
Yeah,
don't
I don't know. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
You're just looking at me. Well, more like I'm just looking at fucking Harris. And I don't even get to see your dumb face. It's the worst part of this podcast.
I know. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
That's your shit.
All right. Shut up. Hold on, actually.
Oh my god.
I said, hey, Kyle, when I say we're good, you can go ahead and start. Actually, hold on. I got to fucking finger.
I was gonna do it. And then I had like a big ass pistachio part like on my tooth, like just like leaning on it. Just like, hey. And I'm like, I can't get this to my tongue. I'm not gonna like be able to like fucking I can't ignore this. I can't. Whatever. Shut up. What's good, my boys and girls? Kick off your shoes. I'm gonna fix you some quality podcast. Get yourself comfortable. You can stay the night if you want. I'm hosting today, and while I'm in charge, this Anime Trap House is Anime Trap Home. I love you, buddy.
That was beautiful.
Back at it again. It's me, your host, Kyle Ramsey, aka Sloppy Eye Contact, joined with my only two friends in this world who can sit down and listen to me talk this much. Cody, the sloppy mouth, can't pronounce shit Chambers, and Harris, the your end of episodes thing is getting sloppy. I don't know.
It totally is. It's not gonna be any better.
He's not even gonna have words at the end of them anymore. He's gonna be like, I give it a fucking burr out of
I give this a out of
I've read a book. you remember the title? No, I was a kid. But I thought I watched this and I remembered it. And it's that out of 10. You're like, okay.
This random ass obscure book out of anime. Full Metal Alchemist.
How are you guys doing today?
Right,
I've been better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm here, you're hosting, so
yeah.
It's gonna be bad time.
It's gonna be great. I mean, you think I would have been like way more gross? Yeah, I always think I'll be more gross than I actually wind up being. I'm like, no, this is tame.
No, you did. It was good. You made everybody feel like they were welcome. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't want.
It's. You still gotta check the cups I give you, but
people should be doing anything else but listen to us talk about anything.
You're kind of right.
And gotta say, feels good to be back.
Yeah.
After you did replace me with Purdue last week.
You did replace yourself, all right?
What?
You've done this to yourself.
You have done this to yourself.
You can't fucking break me with Star Wars on this shit.
We can. We did.
I can't roast you when you fucking do this.
All right, go ahead. Also, try roasting.
What the fuck was up with you all? Like, he had most of the good jokes. He did all the research. You didn't even know it had a TV series or what year it came out or nothing.
I wasn't host. That was Harris.
I gave him the keys to the kingdom, all right?
Yeah.
And said, this is you. Let me open the door and you can walk in.
No, Harris just was lazy fucking bullshit ass bitch. And he's trying to be like,
lazy. I help you. 4 times.
You're having them on the podcast. You're not like they're gonna realize they don't even fucking need us. They can just make their own podcast.
I mean, that's fine. They could.
I'm doing way better than them. You know what?
Yeah, I had to watch that bunk ass movie 4 times. Okay,
that movie was good. First off, oh my god,
yes, the first time it's good, and then after that,
I already told you I watch everything twice at the same time because my eyes it was great the first and second time.
But the second time is just the first time, just the second time. Okay.
No, Kyle. Okay, plot wise in general, we don't need to talk about Ninja Scroll that much. Plot wise in general, it was not good.
It was all over the place. It was messy as shit.
Yeah. Like,
I had a good time watching it.
oh no,
I
it was a fun time. Like we said, you should watch it if you haven't ever seen it to give yourself some culture. But
no, you guys ended it with saying like, I don't know if I can even like recommend it. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is like
to
quality, like
non-anime
I
people,
dumb
thought,
film.
yeah, to non-anime people, that's not the anime to start them off
no,
with.
not at all. Like,
What?
hey, you want to
There's,
watch
like,
rape happen like 4 times for no reason?
there's
There you
like
go.
3 animes to start people off. You go Brotherhood, One Punch Man, Death Note, and then like what else? Like,
How could you start people off on One Punch Man? I feel like you'd miss so much
Are
if you
you
don't
kidding?
understand anime tropes.
Bill
No,
Burr
but-
started on One Punch Man.
Yeah, you
Everyone
could-
started on One
You
Punch
could
Man.
definitely start on One Punch Man just because it's so much fun.
It's
I
it's
guess.
it's
Like, you're
so
gonna lose
smart
out.
writing.
Yeah, you're gonna lose out on the satire of it all, but you're still
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
like have a really fun time watching that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
It's really easy watching One Punch Man and like
I
understanding
would
the point
go
of the
with
show.
like I'd go with like Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo. You know, like
Mm.
I feel like those are good starting ones just because they're like I don't know, they're very unique anime.
Yeah, I mean they're good, but like I wouldn't pick them.
Mm. Okay.
I don't know about you guys.
But
Like,
for real
yeah.
though, it was real awesome being able to watch the show for once, and I had a good time. Also, that the anime was weird as hell.
was super
So much
weird.
weird shit. That's so much
Super
weird.
weird, dude.
Very
He
strange.
tried killing. He had a sword in his head. He tried fucking.
And that's why I was so sad because after he had the sword in his head and he tried to kill dude, which is like
Yeah.
just all me. That's just
Yeah.
it just got my fucking rage boner up real hard.
Yeah,
It just went fast decline. It was like
I mean it could have
we
been
had
more, but it
one
still was
cool
great.
fight. You keep
Also-
using that word.
Great.
It was okay.
See, you were criticizing me because I kept giving shit choke, and it's not that like I like too much shit. Like I have a low fucking bar, but when something's just like not entertaining, I'm like, well, this just sucks. Like,
All right, whatever, dude.
all right. Also, Purdue really set that bar though. Like we're gonna eventually have more guest spots, and it's a good first
Yeah.
guest spot. You know,
When you give me a new word to say like slit snake, you're up there.
yeah, you did it.
He did it. He did it.
Everyone who's like gonna plan on fucking being this, they're gonna sit there for a week just trying to like come up with something
Yeah,
like
they're
the
like,
dumbest
"Alright,
growth
alright,
combination.
alright." Yeah, I think people are
We're-
gonna try to outgross themselves, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be like more cringy.
We're
than-
we're
They're just
simple
gonna
people.
be sitting there like cocktuba.
Kakashi.
Today we are watching ID Invaded, a 2019
Whoa,
mystery
is it
science
really?
fiction anime that rips off Minority Report, Rick and Morty, House Psychopaths, and all those procedural crime dramas. I don't know if it's ID or id.
I
Okay,
feel
they
like-
say id, but that
yeah.
doesn't fucking make sense. Why would you say id? Id isn't a word. ID is because
It's a word.
identification.
Hold on. It's a word in
It's a word.
psychology.
Is
Yeah.
it? Oh, it
Yeah.
is. You're right.
That's what I thought they
It's-
meant this whole time.
You fucking idiot, dude. How you
God.
gonna look me in the face and say it's not a word?
I'm not. I got my
some
document up. I can't look you in the face.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it is. I
I
thought it
can't
was supposed to be
figure out.
ID, but like I just thought that saying "id invaded" was the stupidest fucking sentence to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're invading people's like id wells, you know,
Yeah,
and like their id's like a measure of their desires and shit like that. So
I mean,
That's
I
how I
say
took
the
it.
rest of the thing. But yeah, it rips off all that shit, and it was written by Otaro Maijo. I don't know.
Shanjo.
And the studio is NAZ. NAZ being the company that made Infinite Dendrogram and a few other things
Oh.
I've never heard of. There's a title there that's just "My First Girlfriend is a Gal."
Nice.
Yeah, my first boyfriend is a dude. Like, that's what it- like I feel like they're saying gal as in like, you know, she's a real like lady,
She's
you
a
know?
babe, you know,
Yeah, or something like that.
She's the best.
But it's such a like
or maybe they like are bi and they thought their girlfriend was just like, you know,
yeah, I don't
guy,
know.
but wasn't a guy, and it's like, oh, it's a gal, you know.
Oh shit. You are
Oh,
my
shit.
girlfriend.
You are my girlfriend.
You
I
are,
just
you
thought-
are my gal.
I thought I was like, you know, being progressive, but I guess not.
So what are your thoughts on these episodes in the show to come, Harris?
I like this a lot. I don't really watch a lot of shows like this. I think I've maybe seen one or two anime that are like this, but I like this a lot. I mean, like you said, it's a lot of stuff that it like borrows ideas from, but
Yeah.
I think they did a good enough job of making it feel different while
Oh,
still
it's its
feeling
own thing.
yeah. But it feels familiar, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Like
really
it's
does.
this really good line that they're towing of like, yeah, I've seen this before, but I also haven't seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
And the characters are interesting and the world is very nice and we didn't have to like there's not a character that we're coming in with that like
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have any idea of what's going on. We're getting bits and pieces from different places. So it's you're not
I
just getting
mean,
an exposition dump, you know?
Yeah.
we are getting an exposition dump. It's a double-sided thing. Either you have someone new come in and it's just being explained to them, or it's like I kind of hate it more when there's not that. And for some reason, I have to like accept that these people are just doing their regular everyday stuff and explaining the stuff that everyone understands because they all also are doing it.
It's weird. It's weird with them a lot though because they don't really even know how this shit works. Like
Yeah.
they say it a bunch of times. They're like, "Yeah, we don't really know how this works," and I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'm cool with that." You know, like this is interesting enough that it'll keep me invested.
Yeah, as soon as they're like talking about subconscious, like that shit could mean fucking anything, and we're not gonna
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Right.
But
But no,
and also like it keeps getting like compared to like Minority Report, but like it's Minority Report was like the whole like idea of like thought crime, but like the things that could happen haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
This
This shit
is
is
like
happening.
yeah.
this feels like Persona 5
Mm-hmm.
and uh like Paprika kind of. Like it feels like a combination of those two because
Yeah.
you have to be a certain kind of person to have like a palace or like a Idwell, right? And
Yeah.
then like he has the brilliant detective has a split personality thing. The person he is inside is not the person he's outside, but he is. I don't know. It's weird with
Mm-hmm.
that, but and I thought I love Persona 5. Persona 5 is probably one of my favorite JRPGs. And Paprika is Paprika, you know?
Yeah, that shit goes on good stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like it. I think so far it's dope as dope.
All
Uh
right. All
if
right.
it's just a procedural cop show like this, I'm all for it. But
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
if it gets like too high concept, I could see it falling apart.
What do you got, Cody?
I'm in the same boat as Harris with the it feels like you've seen it before, but it does enough different shit to where it's not the same shit. Like the bad guy who is a murderer is used by the cops as a good guy. That's done a million
Mhm.
times, but
Mm-hmm.
I like
Silence of the
this.
Lambs.
Yeah, so, that fucking show with the dude, Blacklist or whatever. He's the bad guy. This is the good guy. He's trying to be the
Suicide
bad guy.
Squad.
So
I'm a bad guy, but I'm a good bad.
I'm a good bad guy who's trying to be
I'm
a
a
good
bad
guy.
guy.
And all the
I'm a
other
bad
cops
guy,
are
but
looking at
my
each other. We're
crime-
good guys, but we're using a bad guy.
Yeah.
Are we good guys still?
Are we
I'm
good
like,
guys?
it's
Yeah.
like, I hate the more like I would like it if it was like there was a reason for them to like debate about this shit. But they are inherently doing something good
Mhm.
by working with him,
Yeah.
and they're all just like giving each other shit and like being like, "Don't fucking empathize with him."
Don't
You're like,
fuck-
"All right,
He's a
bud."
fucking criminal. He's a fucking
Yeah.
murderer.
It's like,
Hey man, listen. It don't get-
Do that. We don't gotta make this okay. I like it a lot though. I love the
Yeah.
characters. Even the bad guys, like they all have like interesting backstories, and they're not like he murders them by going in the back alley and stabbing them. It's all like weird anime shit, and
I know.
I love it, dude.
Then you
It's
just
so
have a
fucking
regular
cool.
serial killer, just one episode that like that's the B plot. Like the serial killer is the B plot.
Yeah, he
And
comes
there's just
in,
like, yeah, he just
like,
likes stabbing. I don't
He
know.
he just walks up.
He's a simple
Walks-
guy. I don't know. His
Yeah.
Idwell is him just walking around stabbing people. Like he's not even trying to hide it.
Going to
Like,
his Idwell, he just walks in, he starts fucking stabbing the shit out of people.
I don't know why that would be the funniest fucking thing to me.
Right? Like you have all these weird fucking like murderers. Like this guy drills people in the head. This guy fucking buries them
Buries
and
people
live
and
streams
bur-
it. This guy just like stabbing people. I don't fucking know. This guy just brought an AR into a bar and just let it off. I don't.
Yeah, oh no.
if you
Oh.
made like a One Punch Man series from this one,
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
that. It'd be like a killer that is just trying to get caught, but they
Mhm.
can't catch him because they think he's much smarter than he really
And
is.
he's just a dude with a gun.
And he does it in broad daylight in front of 100 people and shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my god, that's so smart." He's like, "How did they not fucking catch
And
me?"
then they like build up the thing, like the thing that makes you think he's gonna be caught. Like they're like, "Oh, you were obviously framed." He's like, "Framed."
I did it. Why are you admitting to it? You didn't do it. We know you did it.
Oh, I hate that. I love that so much.
It's really good.
What are you giving the rating though?
I give it a dope is dope. I
Hell yeah.
I love the main character. You
Oh,
know,
I
I'm
love that. I
off,
love
dude.
it.
I'm off for that family vengeance
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
dude. Come on. And then he doesn't
Yeah.
even like murder people. He just fucking he.
Talks to
Can
them
you
until they-
imagine being so good at talking shit that you can get people to fucking neck themselves? That's
Been trying for it.
that's a
trying
fucking
my whole life.
superpower. We've been trying to do it with each other.
Everyone always says, "Don't get in internet arguments." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, like that's. I want to know them as much as possible so I can tell them that whatever they like is shit.
I'm
Why do
trying
you
to
think I'm
check
going
them
to
to their
Pulse
fucking
History?
core,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I give this a dope as dope. I really hope it stays just as good as it is. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I'm gonna be like freaking out over it. Like I don't think I'm gonna like I don't unless the overarching plots
Yeah.
get really interesting. I don't think I'm gonna be like, yo, this show is like work of art, but like it can just do what it's been doing, and I can just watch a near infinite amount of it because
Yeah,
like
like-
you ever like have people that watch this kind of like procedural crime drama shit like they're watching it and you sit down next to them and then you're like 3 weeks older and you're just like, huh? And you like retained nothing from it. You got a
Yeah.
new job. I don't know.
I-
That's what these shows always do.
no,
with me.
this one's a little.
where you
This
just-
one I'll retain it, dude. That dude drilling people's heads in. Come on, dog. That was wild.
Oh yeah. All that shit
Live
is pretty
streaming
great.
burying somebody
was-
alive. What?
Yeah. If this
Come on.
was
I'm saying the
anime-
structure of the stories is what's like gonna like get me
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
junkied through
If
it.
this
I got
this is
you.
a this show too is a prime example of shows that are meant to be anime.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you did the live action version of this, it would look so fucking weird and like
It'd just be lame
awkward
and they just have
and-
so much bright lighting in the background and it just
and
be-
it's just a perfect example of some media can only be presented in one way, you know? Like I want
Yup.
this to be a video game. It would be fucking
Mhm.
awesome if this like,
How?
some Heavy Rain.
What would you do?
like Heavy Rain? Heavy Rain was a
Oh,
video
yeah,
game.
okay.
You could
heavy
do something
rain like
that.
walking around like just doing like
Yeah,
Okay.
Um,
I get
it'd
it.
be cool.
My
Is
bad.
Heavy Rain just essentially like did they just disguise that it was a point and click adventure and no one realized it? Because it's just a point and click adventure.
No, hold on. Heavy Rain is a little bit more intricate than that because there's there's a lot of like weird
the scene where you're
cutscenes
in
and stuff.
the bathroom just
You know what I also like
Stuff
about
your
this
teeth.
anime?
Hmm.
That everything doesn't happen like good. Like it's not always the fairy tale ending, like the live stream shit. Like, oh, we
Oh, yeah.
found him, and then they get there like, no, this bitch been dead for like a week, dog. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah. You
That
don't,
always gets
you don't
me.
know that everything's gonna
Yeah,
like you know that the main character is gonna like solve the case, but you don't know that that means it's gonna be a good ending.
right. And that's what I like. I don't like sitting here going, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be fucking. This is
Yeah,
gonna
we
happen.
need We need those episodes of House when he's just sitting there like fucking with his Vicodin going, "Urgh, I fucking could have saved him, you know, like shit
and
like
he's
that.
just popping 4 of them. He's like, my leg hurts. Fuck.
Okay. Before we begin, I just want to remind you guys, check out the website. It isn't Trapcast Entertainment. It's animetraphouse.com.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Making
Yeah.
it easy.
Yeah.
We have a Discord that I think you should join because we're actually growing some like forming community here. I like the people there, and it's kind of neat that there's conversation that just happens when we're not around.
Mm-hmm.
Explore the website, find out other platforms we're on, support us. We have a Patreon. You can join at multiple tiers and get cool stuff. Also help the direction we take the show. Check out the merch store. I'm going to be ordering from that myself today because I keep being a dumb piece. I moved and then I just was like, oh yeah, I need to do it still.
Yeah.
Catch the show live over at twitch.tv. Trapcast Entertainment went every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central. If you can't make the live stream, come check it out on YouTube or a podcast service. Everywhere.
Everywhere. Merch.
We got people
Merch.
making podcast services and we're just uploaded them. Like, fuck, we haven't even gone live.
Not even live
If,
yet.
if you like the stuff we say and want to help push us to the next level, come support us over at patreon.com/animetraphouse. I know I just said this. I'm just saying shit that got
all
copy
good.
pasted to me. We got hentai episodes, manga readings, and dumb streams coming down the pipeline. So fucking give us money.
And depending on what's going to make you more likely to give us money, some of us are not getting any of that money, and some of us are getting all of that money.
Oh yeah,
So-
no. Listen, you guys won't see any money till I get to quit my fucking job. All right.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all support Cody. All right. We're just the slave people.
Yeah.
Join in on the discussion over on our Facebook group at ADH Gang or our Discord server. Okay, honestly, we got a lot going on. This is turning into Raid Shadow Legends level like talk.
Well,
Like,
because
soon
you
as shit-
said all your shit
Well,
and then
yeah.
you're repeating my
Okay,
shit.
I said I had that typed before you sent me that. I was
Right.
like, all right,
No, I
whatever, we're
got
just
you.
gonna
I
drive
got you.
it
It's good. It's good.
Like
it's good.
soon this shit's gonna be the whole podcast. It's gonna be
Right.
go check out our school we started. We have a space station that's being built. Anime Trap House weed hits different.
Dude, that's the dream. And
That's the
anime
dream.
trap house weed. Come on. Let's
That's
get
the
a
dream.
strain, dude. Let's get big enough to make a fucking
smoking
strain.
the strain on the space station that we have.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Hell
ever
yeah.
want that level of success at this, you know, because I wouldn't be able to do anything else with my life. Like that would be it. They'd be like, "Oh, you're that anime trap house guy that got a strain of weed and then like a space station out there."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what's
I don't
up.
know what
I
to
want to
do with
make a
that
new
information.
animal. I want to make a new animal. We call it ATH. And it's like a dog, cat, wolf, fox.
It
That's
just
also a
doesn't-
human.
It
So
doesn't
you can
even
fuck it.
actually live. It's just like we like breed it. It dies in the fucking tube, but we're like, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
We got it.
It lived for long enough. It's extinct now, but it lived for
got
long
it.
enough.
Yeah, it's just like discovering new particles and like elements. You're like, it was there, okay? It was there.
It's fucked up. It's real fucked up.
It's plotty time.
Plot.
Plot. Plot. Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot. Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot.
Man's not
plot.
plot.
Plot. Plot. Plot. Plot.
Man's
I
not
like how I
plot.
always play the rhythm on these plots.
Plot.
You do. We need to figure out who's gonna be the melodic plot. Like plot. Plotty plot. Plot plot plot.
Plotty plot. Plot.
Harris could be the bass. Harris could be like plot plot plot.
Plot.
Blood. Plot.
Open up her.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's what I want.
Hell yeah.
Open up her plot.
I
Oh, that's
don't
fucking
wanna, like,
nasty.
I don't want to go for it.
Please don't.
Episode 1. We get some Kubrick-ass abstract, confusing exploration to start. Like, we have a sea of pixels, and it feels like when you try to see models of what reality is as you get smaller and smaller. And I'm feeling like Ant-Man jumping through quantum space as the giant pixels become
Yes.
more pixels, which
That's
become...
exactly what it was. I was trying the whole time I was watching it. I'm like, I've seen this somewhere.
and the pixels become more pixels, which become more...
I just died. He said, "Look at his face on the camera.
That's perfect.
Pixels
that's a good
become more
one.
pixels become." Bro,
Yeah, he said it. He went into pixelception. He went
this
too far.
fucking guy needs to get his goddamn internet right.
He fucking pixeled out.
He's gonna
No,
fuck
it's part
up.
of the show.
This
he's-
is part of the show.
He's explaining that the pixels went
Ugh.
into that level of pixel. You know,
All right, mark the
how
time,
how
Harris.
are we on for like an hour?
I don't
you
know. Mark the
And
time so I can
happens.
cut this out. All right.
32 minutes.
This is what people watching on Twitch wanted to see. Every time
Yeah.
Kyle's fucking internet fucks
More
up.
pixels.
Oh,
He came back for a second. Wait,
is he
there-
back?
What?
He's back.
Do it.
We heard
was
nothing
good.
you said, dude. We heard pixels, more pixels, and then you died.
Yeah.
Then you pixeled
Yeah. I
out.
Then
mean,
you
I've been talking this whole
pixeled
time. I don't know. Maybe Corey's downloading the game. I don't know. I don't know
No.
what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Hmm?
You died.
Yeah, it becomes blop, and then a salmon-haired man gasps and opens his eyes. We get a POV shot of him extending his arm out into an empty white void. Blue cube.
Uh-oh.
Why is it gotta happen when
Right when we fucking start! Oh!
yeah, Dad.
Alright. This is cool.
34 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, these motherfuckers in chat are being just ruthless.
Good.
Fucking rude. I'm the only reason this shit happens.
I came in the room.
I threw that. I made this shit before I came in the room. I hate editing this much. He's just not gonna come back.
Oh man, people are arguing about who's funnier between me or Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So, Nicole Sims for you and Squeaky Sims for Kyle.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Listen, the Harris squad is small but powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I simp for Harris. I've always said I'm a Harris simp from day one. I'm a day one
Hell yeah.
himp. Call me a
Himp.
fucking himp, dude.
Himp. I like that.
Himp.
That's my squad. Him squad.
Himp squad or Kimp squad?
Yeah.
Fucking himp squad.
Am I in?
Yeah,
Am I here?
you're good now, dude.
Yeah.
Am I good? I'm good now. Oh my
You good
god.
now?
It's cool, dude. We named my squad the Himp Squad.
We
So
named
people
both your
think I'm
squads.
funnier.
We got Harris
Yeah.
Simps and Kyle Simps, Himp and Kimp.
Himp and Kim.
Oh, Corey had like a nickname that he's like, can you please like name them this? And then I couldn't fucking. I like how Nick posting in the Discord a link that doesn't work.
Did he really?
Yeah.
This fucking
Come on,
guy,
Nick.
dude.
Get it together, man.
I can start back up in a second. I want to check this. I want to see the chat.
Oh,
I
clicked the
never
wrong
downloaded
thing.
that chat thing I need. Okay.
I did, but I have to everything.
Okay. Even though I can't fucking read and do the thing at the same time, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Do I need to start salmon haired man gasp again?
Huh?
The what?
Salmon
Oh,
hair man wakes up, arm goes to void. That's where you left.
Okay. I'll just start at the paragraph. A salmon-haired man gasps and opens his eyes. We get a POV shot of him extending his arm out into an empty white void. Blue cubes start to float in his vision. Then his other arm explodes as it is fragmented in blue pixels. His limbs start to pull apart and he screams in agony.
Hmm.
At this point, I was like, damn, we really watching another Isekai, huh? Like this is it. Like,
Right.
I didn't even know, like I almost never like search anything up. I'm just like, all right, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And like I was like, motherfucker, you're just gonna keep like
It's a
throwing my
isekai.
way.
It's a
It's Kyle
isekai.
Is Pal Week? Okay, yeah.
Time for an isekai. It's an isekai into other people, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. And
It's
It's
a
good. It's good.
forcible isekai.
yeah, it's more sci-fi than like,
Yeah.
because the problem with Isekai just drops. It's an other world thing, but they dropped the regular world, so it's just, why not just world? Like, I don't.
I don't fucking know.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes perfect sense.
It does, but I hate it.
Not to me. Don't make no fucking sense to me.
The man is confused. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't even know if he's dead, which is some existential crisis. Like, I suppose being dead would be a little bit better if you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You don't know what you lost there. What if that was God's way of, like, fucked up way of, like, resolving everything in a hypothetical afterlife? Like, y'all petty and don't let go of nothing. Blank slate. Welcome to heaven.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Also, I'm cutting you into little pieces. Figure it out. Figure it the fuck out, dude. I don't know.
I don't know. You guys are being punished for shit you don't even fucking remember.
I think we could start. I think we could start the ATH religion off of that shit.
Ooh,
You know?
yeah, for sure.
That's a
And
good one,
then-
dude.
And then God said, "Let there be no memories," so everyone had a clean slate.
You want to talk about making money, dude? That's tax free, son. That's
what I'm
that.
saying,
That's that
dude.
real hustle. Let's start a religion.
Right?
Let's start a religion. This is
Fuck
you
yeah,
all found
dude.
it. The purple house. And God said, "We may all go to the trap house in the sky. we
Smoke-
have served our purpose
Smoke
on this
dank, dank
Smoke dank.
marijuana,
planet and watch anime."
and watch
That's right.
copious amounts of hentai.
That's what we do.
I'd fucking follow that religion, dude, in a heartbeat. Let's get it.
In a fit of frustration, he punches a wall with his disembodied hand. He stares in wonder. This is a Rayman anime.
Yeah, dude.
Rayman. Oh my god, dude. You're killing me with these references. Because all these things were going in my head and I just couldn't
Yeah.
think of them. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, there's so much here. I'm so happy I'm not hosting.
I tried pulling up the wiki for Rayman because I didn't know anything, and it turns out like it's like the lazy. Okay, so like I always like deep diving lore into shit, but like Rayman has nothing. It's like there's almost literally nothing. There in Rayman Origins, it just mentions that some nymphs made him, but
What?
like
Why are you trying to figure
That's
out
about it.
Rayman's history?
because I was
Who-
trying to dig into it to like make more Rayman deep cut references
Oh.
for the fucking podcast.
Okay.
But I got nothing. I'm saying I was gonna do an angle of Rayman for this whole fucking episode, and there's nothing. There is literally nothing on Rayman.
He got
There's no-
arms that
no
are
wonder.
attached to him. That's
There's-
it.
There's no wonder. Like it's no surprise that Rayman is the worst of the platforming series. Like that's why that one got dropped, and all the other
Hold
ones did
on.
better.
What?
Hold on.
Oh my god! Just shut your goddamn mouth. You don't know shit.
I don't know shit.
Rayman's fine.
Yeah,
alright?
Rayman is perfectly fine.
He was supposed
dude.
to, he was supposed to be just a generic, like, just athletic guy, and then they like couldn't figure out the arms thing, so that's why he doesn't have arms. He was gonna be somehow more boring, but
Okay.
they could like the only interesting thing about him was just laziness. Like that.
That's why we don't let him fucking host Harris. He just boy said Rayman one time and tried to go into a deep cut history of Rayman.
I'm learning so much about Rayman. All right, this is fine, I guess.
Yeah, this is what happens when I'm host. Okay.
It's a fucking Rayman podcast.
It's a Rayman podcast now.
He kicks off the wall and grabs his foot, then starts to reconstruct his own body. He tries to connect the last pieces of his arm, but he's just missing an elbow and some of his forearm. He walks to the edge of the room and is welcomed to a white, chaotic void of fragmented reality that really just reminds me of the virtual world of Summer Wars or the mirror dimension in Doctor Strange.
Yep. I had
Yep.
that down. I wrote that down.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Buildings, street signs, sides of houses, sidewalks all float without proper orientation or any logical reason. On another platform, he sees the leg of a girl hanging off of the floor, like she's dangling. He takes a step, but falls through the floor before catching himself with his Rayman arm that extends out many times before holding onto him.
Now remind me of Elisa from Tekken, the robot bitch that takes off her head and hits you with it.
I don't
I
think
love
I know this.
I love that we have this on video now because Harris, his fucking the way he animates the shit that he does. You take her head and then
She takes her head off and she goes.
this is so beautiful, dude.
Yeah, I'm an animated individual.
You really are.
I'm wasted on sound.
I got animation for TV, face for books.
Yeah,
What?
that's the problem. I'm not very attractive. That's the problem.
Repeatedly throughout this, the character is guessing and trying to piece things together, and anytime he starts to make a guess, he fights himself for making too many assumptions. He shouldn't assume that he's dead or that he's supposed to do anything yet. Which is yeah.
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 I think we get a little like there's always in these episodes, they're not like intros, they're like this like they play a sharp noise and then just put a still frame on there.
Yeah.
It says file 1, jigsawed. And I don't know why I like these file cuts, but I do. They please
I
me.
love them.
I don't know.
I fucking love them.
Oh,
It's like it reminds me of when we watched Full Metal Alchemist, and then
yeah.
when they had like the bumpers in between, like Full Metal
Full
Alchemist.
That shit was always good.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Inflection in between them.
Yeah,
This
it's
is like
so
the
good,
closest
dude.
the show's got to the fucking bum, you know?
Yes. Law and Order. There it is.
If
Oh
it
my
if it had
God.
that, yeah.
Bum bum.
He shouts at the woman, asking why this world was smashed in pieces. She doesn't respond nor move. She playing hard to get.
Oh.
He winds back his hand, and a go-go gadget Super Rayman grabs the platform with his arm.
Yeah.
His platform
Gadget.
and her slowly pull together and snap together into a complete home. Then he uses his disembodied hand like the Thing from Addams Family to open the door from the other side.
Did you
And
when he did this?
Yeah.
Did you think he was gonna pull himself to it? You know what I'm saying? Like grab it and pull.
Yeah. I don't
He
know
just
why
pulled the whole
his feet are
fucking-
like gripping on the ground. Like,
Right. Like that shit fucked me up. I was like, I don't. He's strong.
there was so many times where I like wanted to like be like, but why? But they're literally in like a virtual reality of a subconscious.
Right,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not going to do.
He
this.
doesn't know anything about anything. So, he's
He's
just
just
doing
pulling-
whatever makes
he's
sense
just
at
fucking
that
pulling
moment.
shit.
But there is one nitpick I have. Not really a nitpick. It's just I feel like it would take way too long to orientate myself to get the door open when you can't even see anything. You're just using a hand, and I don't even know how you would get your hand up the door. That's
Okay.
my one thing. That's
I
it.
got you.
Well, because you would like you still feel it as part of your body, so your sense of touch is still there, right? So
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He enters the room and his eyes fix on a knife. The woman has been stabbed in the chest. She isn't playing hard to get. She's playing hard to anything at all.
okay. Why? Why?
She's hard to get hard. You know.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
just.
Necrophilia. This is one we haven't really touched yet. Good.
I'm trying to go into untapped whales. Listen, we've done everything else. Kidney.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I
don't know,
Start
that's all
with
I-
kid meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did start with kid.
We
Man,
really
we are
did, dude.
awful.
We're-
We
Yeah.
It's not our.
Did not
Hold
get
on.
better.
Hold on. It's not our fault. It's fucking anime. They did it.
Yeah.
Why,
but we
why
say
you gotta
it.
eat kids in every other anime? That's not my
But we
fault.
say it. But we say it. We
I'm
like.
saying what I see. What goes into my face, goes out of my mouth. That's what happens.
He
Kid
gasps. He remembers something. Her name is Kairu. Seeing her reminds himself that his name is Sakaido and that he's a brilliant detective who will solve this mystery.
I hate that they say
Brilliant.
brilliant detective so many times.
He keeps
I love
saying
it.
it. He keeps
I don't know
telling
why
himself.
I love it because there's a few moments I'll bring up where it's just like I feel like it's a punchline because he's not
Yeah.
a brilliant detective.
Right,
It's just
right.
like
He's just some
She's,
dude.
Also, she is his totem, like Inception. Got it.
oh my.
Yeah, where was that reference
Oh.
at, Kyle? This is why
Dude,
Harris is the
I,
funny
like,
one, dude. I'm a fucking himp all day.
all day I was writing the podcast. I couldn't remember the other thing that it was referencing. I was like, Minority Report.
Beautiful.
Elsewhere, in a scene that feels like a Star Trek command room with some Star Wars holograms in the center of a room. It's like a weird spiral staircase room that doesn't feel like it's ergonomic for fucking anything.
Oh.
A woman calls for Inspector Momoki and says that Sakaido is awake now and he has his eyes closed despite just staring directly into the hologram that she's looking at before saying, so he finally survived the fall into the bedroom. And I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, this was, I was like, they're not going to explain shit to me. They're just going to say stuff, and I have to catch on.
And you just gotta
Yeah.
you just gotta go with it.
when I first watched this, like the first 4 episodes, I forgot to mention this when we were like reviewing it. Also, dope is dope for me. When I first watched this, I barely understood how anything worked, and I had to like just go to the wiki to like figure it out.
Yeah.
And like when you first watch it, you're so confused with all these other things that you pass over this thing that really doesn't make sense. Because spoiler, does that mean they were just dropping him over and over and missing? just dropping, like just dropping him from the sky and bye into the void.
no.
Like just
I love
I'm
that
sure.
thought. They're just
I'm
fucking.
sure.
They're
Yeah.
like trying to like aim him, and they're just shooting him into the nothingness.
Oh
because-
my god.
because I don't know. I'm stuck on the idea of him opening his eyes. Just, ah!
And the best
Reject-
part is
eject him.
the best part is that he doesn't know anything what's going on, so he opens his eyes and he's just falling to his death. He has no idea what's happening.
Gotta grab that one thing. Fucking stick your hands out.
But like no, because he wakes up in the bed, right? He doesn't wake up falling.
That's part 2 of what it doesn't make sense. Like he says that, but he says it like it was a challenge, and I'm like, did he just like land in the bed and then he was just asleep? Like were they just concussed and they were just waiting to see if he was gonna wake up in there?
Okay.
Right? It's
Hmm.
I went through all these thoughts too.
Hmm.
Anyways, Momoki name drops everyone and signs them on what to do, which implies that they are looking into the idea id well as well. But then why are a couple of them just facing a wall and the others just chilling on a staircase? It doesn't
So,
look. Huh?
It's definitely not efficient, but I
No.
think the idea is that there's, well, I'm sure you'll talk about it, but they have the idea of everything that's in there gets kind of like pulled out like data. There's people
Yeah.
that aren't necessarily looking at the idwill, just looking at the raw data that comes out, sifting through it.
Yeah, I get that, but like they're so separated and just like it's like
the room,
someone like
the room is
on the second
aerodynamic
floor
enough.
just looking at a wall with their back to the well. So if they want to look at the well, they got to look back. And it's just there's a lot of things where I'm just like this like is definitely meant to be something that's provocative, but like not. work
They're
at all.
clearly this is clearly a new department. They're still trying to figure it out. The architecture is not great. Okay,
You got the
Still
guy
trying
staring
to
at the
work
wall.
it
They're like,
out.
"Is this the well?"
this
this
is
is the well?
This was built in the silo that Sikorsky climbed out of. You know, we can't
Yeah.
use it as a jail anymore. People just climb up
Yep.
nothing.
It's fucking
So
this one dude.
this is
He
what we're
got out.
doing.
He said it was like a ladder. I don't know. I don't understand.
And
We
the guy
can't
just
smooth it
being
out.
on the staircase is what fucks with me, to be honest. Like they're working, like, and he's
Well, he
not
can-
moving. He's just on the
He
staircase.
can just look down into the well.
He is a cool guy. All right.
Maybe they got like contacts that have like screens on them, and they're just looking at it. That's why they're looking at the wall.
That's that Minority Report shit. We got the gloves, and he's like,
Yeah, dude. It's fucking.
Yeah, the slightly fingerless gloves.
yeah, just like
And I honestly doubt most of these character names will matter, so we're just gonna ignore most of the shit until they fucking actually do matter.
Okay.
And really, all you need to know is that they're doing analysis work and they all have their own duties. Momoki says, "Remember, this is the world that is his drive to kill. Everything has meaning." Back in the virtual world, Sakaido is staring at the dead Lolly. Everything is locked from the inside. She couldn't have stabbed herself in the chest, which is a weird thing to think, given Japanese people have a history of doing that.
I don't. Oh.
He's got to solve the puzzle, and he suspects his arm is the way, like he's missing pieces of his arm for a reason.
Yeah.
He walks out toward the void and reconstructs the house as he goes, then enters into an office. The people in the real world identify the books on the shelves. The pictures are analyzed as actors or pro tennis players. The killer probably knew them from TV. They debate about what that means, but they reiterate that this is all subconscious, so logic takes a back seat. This is exactly what I fucking think about dreams. Like, I didn't write this part, but I need to go on this tangent. Whenever people are like, "Oh, what does this dream mean?" and they go to a book, I'm like, no, you either know what the dream means because like you're immediately like, "Oh man, my dog. I was sad about my dog," or
My
it doesn't mean
dog.
anything because it's just some random bullshit because that's what dreams are.
Yeah.
but it's a view into the unconscious. There's a whole like study of dreamology or whatever it's called, where
Yeah, but the thing is that there's just so much going on that like it's your conscious mind trying to make sense of shit that like it's like hearing part of a conversation and trying to say like what the actual conversation was about.
But
You know?
Kyle.
Like how you got there could be entirely different context. So just because there was this content in the dream doesn't mean the dream was about this.
But Kyle, I'm a
Right.
Virgo, and this month in my horoscope they said I'd get fisted by a crab, and then when I took in my
Your-
dream sleep, I got
Uranus-
fisted by a crab.
Uranus is waxing. Saturn's waning.
My
Yeah.
vagina is waxing today.
I'm gonna get married in 2 weeks because I don't like this.
He walks out towards the void and reconstructs the house as he goes, then enters into an office. The people in the real world, I already said that. So we're getting this character exploring the subconscious mindscape of a serial killer's intent, with people analyzing all the information, picking it apart like some bad crime TV show, going like, enhance on the left coat pocket, zoom in, can you make that picture better? We got him. You know, we're gonna have like totally lots of that shit. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize when I typed that, like, just how, because I missed it on the first view, but like, we really are getting like tons of shit like that.
We really
yeah.
are. Yeah.
Oh
But
my
it's-
god, there's
but it's
one that's
awesome.
like so ridiculous to me that I was like, we're really doing this? All right, we're doing this.
I fucking love it though.
Everything.
I love it.
Everything with the girl and the drill Idwell.
yeah.
Madness.
It was great.
From behind a glass wall is a woman named Hondomachi, and she's a high schooler. I don't know. She's got a backpack and a flower in her hair, and her design looks way off from the rest of the crew. Like everyone looks serious business, and then it just looks like there's just this child like here.
Yeah, like if you look at her eyes compared to everybody, she has like
Purple bright eyes.
typical anime girl eyes that you'd see like anywhere, and then the rest of the people have like fucking like Full Metal, like serious fucking, I don't know. It was really.
If she's a
off-putting.
kid. She's a bright-eyed kid. You know.
Then
it's
why the
meant
fuck
to
is
be
she
a
going
thing.
around with
But
cops?
they refer to her as like rookie, like not like she's just like fucking doing a tag along for her school project, you know?
Yeah.
Like she's
She's
she
interning.
has presumably done a bunch of stuff to get here, is what I'm saying. Like you don't
Yeah.
just throw in like, oh yeah, I applied to the super top secret thing and I just got in.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna go look for the serial killer that drills into people's fucking foreheads. You wanna come
Yeah,
with?
you wanna
come
wanna
with?
put that in your book report, buddy?
Put down your little essay about Drillhead. You got Drillhead?
They're a new department. Okay, they're trying to get the young people interested so they can
No.
get more funding.
No.
Come
But
on.
they can't tell
Don't-
anyone anything about it because it's all top secret too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
don't try
how
to
are they gonna get the
justify it.
word out?
And then
Come on, guys.
they're gonna give this little bitch. They're gonna give this fucking high schooler their top secret like weapon thing. They're like, you hold it.
I don't think
Because
she's
you hold
actually a
it.
high schooler, but her design screams
It's
high
so
schooler. which is
new
the-
that the young people will be able to figure it out. All right.
Okay.
If you get an iPhone to a young person and an old person,
my God,
young person's gonna
dude.
figure it out before the old person because they're young. They know things better than us. All right. We're
I'm not
stupid.
himping. I'm not a himp anymore. I'm going straight to
Don't be
Kim.
a pimp. All
I'm
right.
not himping.
Get out of here. Get out my head.
But yeah, she exists, and she says that she can't believe the world can be created from a murderous impulse. An old man tells her to focus, and then they do a bunch of world building, and I'll just explain it because I'm not going to do it like bit by bit. So there's this device. It's called the Wakamusubi. It's like a Star Trek communicator that just picks up cognition particles. Cognition particles are like the magic particles that make the world work as far as like this like story. And they're much like the Minovsky particles from Gundam, which also allow the Gundam universe to make sense because it made everything long range ineffective, and required bulky, heavy shielding on any technology, which is why everyone had to fight in giant metal robots. The cognition particle is the same magic thing that gets picked up from it. And from it, the Mizuhunime system creates a virtual world out of a person's intent to kill. It seems that the particles are only emitted from the intent to kill, so that's the weird stipulation to create a virtual world that makes it so we aren't just jumping into everyone's subconscious, and also just living in an insane hellscape where we just can deep dive into literally anyone's mind.
It's pretty dope.
And another stipulation to entering the Idwell is so that you can only enter one if you've already killed someone. I think it's so like to enter someone's killer intent, you've also had to had your own killer intent. And I don't think that's not a rule that didn't happen in Inception. That's my own headcanon. Like, you had to have dreamed to enter a dream.
If you've never
You have
dreamed, you
to-
cannot go into dreams.
You have to dream. You have to share the dream, and to share the dream, you have to have a dream.
Dreams,
Right?
Dreams.
Yeah, I
So
like.
that's everything.
I like
I-
the
yeah.
rules. I like the rule system though. I've always liked it when they kind of like when they over-explain shit to where it almost you're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. I fucking understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's
You had your science code on.
Well,
yeah, you're like,
Well,
hmm,
yeah,
hmm,
it's just the rules of a good magic system. Like you
Yeah.
have to like clearly define stuff so that way you can stretch them and never break them. And then
Yep.
people
But
are
until
like-
they do break them, remember it's anime. They
yeah,
they
yeah.
stretch
I mean,
them.
I just saw
yeah.
I saw a big fucking thing on
it was like a 15-minute thing about Naruto about how like it starts off with these rules, and then
It doesn't.
And then
follow.
there's no rules.
I can't say the word. The next series happens and it just turns
Shippuden.
into
I
thank
can't
you.
say the word.
I no, I wasn't. I I couldn't remember what the word was. I was like shoo-poo-poo.
Shoo-poo-poo.
Shoo-poo-poo happens, and like yeah, it just
Uh.
turns into just like basically like a Godzilla anime. Like it's just things are
Yeah.
like explosions are everywhere and everything. And I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
Yep.
I guess in the
Fun.
first episodes, like you see that scene where they're doing the ninja art, and it takes like 5 seconds for them to make some water dragons, and you're like, all right, this seems like you can do shit, but it's like slightly impractical, you know?
Gotta throw up gang signs to get it done.
Yeah, and then like, later on, they're just like they just do one sign, and it's like super giant mega monsters jutsu, and then like the moon comes crashing in from the sky, and you're like,
Yeah.
how?
Like, that's not even a monster. That's the fucking moon.
He's
Yeah.
like, why were we like? Why
that's
did
my
we spend
monster.
10 seconds to make like a little water dragon
Right.
that didn't even fucking do anything?
Yeah, it's fucking mad, dude. Bleach
good.
is also very, very guilty of this as well. They're like, how many times has Ichigo lost his powers? You know,
Yeah.
if you do this one or anyone, if you do this thing, you're gonna lose your powers. And then like 5 episodes later, he worked really hard to get his powers back. Why did you put those stakes in then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the story. Hondomachi says that this is the perforator's urge to kill. The older man explains that they have collected these particles from 5 of his crime scenes. Hondomachi is swiping through pictures of people with a big gape in their head.
Mm.
Can we just talk about the name, the perforator? It almost sounds like the scariest use of an office tool. Like I
love
tried
it.
coming up with another office tool to like say
Hole
like
puncher.
get a joke.
Hole
I couldn't.
puncher.
That's what
Hole
it is, a
puncher.
perforator.
Yeah.
Is that the actual name for
Yeah.
it?
Dude,
Yeah.
I wish he used one of those though to like poke holes in heads. Like he
Oh
just
my
has like a
God.
giant
Just
hole
gets that-
puncher
Just
and then
a
he
giant one?
lays their head and then fucking
Just
And then that's
fucking
it.
Ka-chunk.
Just gets a
kerchunks 'em,
nice
dude.
little fucking click. Oh. Dude, if I could get like little
Face.
brain slats like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little- That's his trophies. He just puts them in a tube. He's like, "That's my brain chunk."
No, he like does it and puts them in a binder. You know?
Oh yeah,
Like,
there we go. There we go.
clips them and just close the binder chains and
Wet meat sound.
Just fucking slabs together.
Back
Yum.
down in the lab, they hear they have narrowed down an address. They have a lead. At the same time, Sakaido enters a new room, and there's a bunch of people with all missing random body parts of them, greeting him like some generic Skyrim NPCs. Good. Come in. I
Hello.
tell you I was an adventure once. Hi.
Yes.
Like, they all just like seemed lifeless.
Yeah.
We learn that all the people in the room are the perforator's victims. They all live together in a roof like a family, which is pretty fucked up. Then they found an image, a reflection off a mirror. They really are actually doing that like enhanced bullshit. The main guy gasped, "It's John Walker." I watched this in sub and dub, and I don't know why I love hearing Japanese guys say like
Yeah.
English names because
It's
it's
so
just
good.
It's really good.
it's John Walker. And like I'm like, yes.
Muhammad Abdul. Yes.
It's really good.
The character who definitely is about to be the show's Moriarty. There's no way this isn't
Yeah.
like gonna turn this.
Absolutely.
Hanamachi and Matsuoka, the old man, are following the lead in a car. They're using the wasabi sauce device to find him. She
What?
claims that she... there's so many names that aren't like I haven't became familiar with a lot of these names.
Yeah.
So a lot of the like devices in the system and stuff like that are just names that I'm like I can't just keep like scrolling up and down every 5 seconds. It's wasabi sauce device.
I
from
like
now
I like
on.
wa- I like
Wasabi sauce
wasabi
device.
sauce device a lot. Like I like that a lot.
She complains that she could drive and says he's not letting a rookie drive. Okay, I mean, maybe don't dress up like you're gonna go to the school dance if you're an actual officer. Like, I can drive. You're like, no,
No.
Look at you.
look at you.
You're like
Flower
seven.
in your head.
You can't
Get the hell out of here. Get in the back seat. Shut the
You
fuck
can't
up.
Looked
drive,
in the
but
mirror
here.
and said, "Flower."
That was
Gonna
a
go
conscious
The
decision.
operator.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Back inside that Idwell, the family looks down at the dead girl. One of them asks if there's something wrong with her. There's a giant knife sticking out of her chest. Sakaido realizes these people are fucking morons, so he eats himself off a cliff.
When this was
Then we-
happening, this was amazing. I love when he's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
jumping around, pulling shit together.
Yeah, we get a weird ass montage of him
Oh.
reassembling the world, and there's music, and there's this one dumb part where like all these detectives have so much faith in Sakaido, right?
Yeah,
But like, there's this one guy who's like like he's supposed to be like the slight idiot
yeah.
for the story, and he's just like, "Why is he leaving the crime scene?" I'm like, "The whole thing's the crime scene. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?" Like, what?
He's literally called the brilliant detective. Let him do his thing. But the animation when he was jumping around was really fucking good.
Oh yeah, this show is
Yeah.
top notch in that regard. Like
It
everything
super
is just
reminded me
good.
of Summer Wars. It was so
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
world and everything. It was
Yeah.
a lot like it. But it was
It
awesome.
reminded me of
I
Summer
loved it.
Wars, but not shit. Summer Wars
Okay.
sucked dick.
Anyways, he reforms the city, but there's still giant gaps, much like his elbow, and it spells Takuya. The pieces that are missing from things are just as important as the pieces that aren't missing.
Just
The
beautiful.
de-
I'll be
the
happy
detec-
again.
the
One day,
detectives find a match to some restaurant. Well,
no,
What?
he said I'll be happy again, and I screamed one day.
We'll all be happy one day, guys.
Oh,
We
yeah.
live that sad boy life.
The people following the lead are already there. A man is watching them from a door. They found fresh particles. Except if there are particles, he's about to put some fresh head slits in people.
Head slits. There you
No,
go.
I don't like that.
Now you're talking about
You
language.
could have you could have stayed in theme and called it a headwell. You
Well,
know?
yeah, you could have said head
Right.
well, or you could have like kept the letters the same and said head hole. I like head,
Head
hole a
hole?
lot.
Oh,
Head
yeah.
hole's good.
Yeah.
Alliteration. Come on.
Yeah.
I
dude.
mean, I think I'd made both those jokes later on, but like, you're right.
Okay.
You're
You
right.
need you need to stay head hole because hole is our brand. We say
Yeah.
beach
Yeah.
hole. we
beach
say-
hole, remember?
Yeah, remember
Beach
that?
hole, cave hole.
Cave hole.
Oh,
Head
yeah.
hole.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the whole hole meme. Head
hole.
holes.
Hole meme, dude. Holes are
The high
holes
school
are
girl
like
says they need to do something. The old man says I need to do something. You need to go to class.
oh no. Oh no.
They found the killer's establishment and have matching identity. The old man runs in with a gun, finds a staircase. Backup is on the way. There's a body in the ground. He's alive. The backup beats him down the staircase. It's the confusing, like this is the moment where he's like charging in alone. And you're like, oh man, he's taking a risk. But he can't even reach the body before the fucking people get there.
He's
Yeah.
old. Leave him alone. He got winded halfway and had to walk. Damn, dude.
There's a scene later that it didn't include there. He's bitching like, "Why are we issued guns? Why do I gotta have an illegal gun on me?" You know, like,
Yeah.
and it's like, what's the point of you fucking needing that if you can't fucking get in the building before they do?
They
Like,
were right behind you. Like,
Right?
I'm going for the
They
pickup.
seen
As
him
you walk
walking,
in,
they're
they
like,
pull up. Like, just fucking okay, fine.
What? 5
Uh,
seconds.
yeah.
And then you
That's great.
hear a drill from a dark corner of the room. It was pretty tense.
It's good.
Sakata is back at Cairo. He realizes that she's the only one without missing parts. She's whole. He then tells someone to get out of her right now. Then Cairo sort of bursts apart like Lego pieces, with some of them forming into a man. Which was like
a rough outline of it.
that was a big fucking what the fuck moment for me in the episode. I was like,
yeah.
this anime really gonna do anything it wants.
For
Right.
whatever reason, this made me really uncomfortable.
I like it
yeah.
a lot.
I did not.
It made
like-
me uncomfortable, and I was thinking about it the second time. Like this was like he was able to just match up perfectly with a dead girl. Like imagine the psych of like doing some Jinjo Ito shit to finding a girl with all the right pieces. Like
Yeah. yeah.
the story with the cave hole where he's just like, this is my hole. Like this is him looking at the dead girl like this is it. I can lay down.
I can just lay right here.
let me just fit in right here.
Right. And he wiggles in.
Probably satisfying. I don't know.
Right.
I don't like it.
It's like putting that last piece of puzzle together, you know?
I don't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like the idea of slipping your body into another body. You know.
Yeah, that's literally what we live for, Harris. What are you
No,
talking
but-
about?
I don't like it.
I
don't
don't
like
like
it.
it.
Like I like talking about it. I don't like seeing it. You know?
Right, right. I feel you. I feel you.
The detectives explain to the audience that Sakaido doesn't actually have to do anything. He just has to solve the case. He's about to get ejected from the psych when a new challenger has arrived. Sakurai is at it again, and Hondomachi is coming to Smash Bros. I mean, drill in your fucking head, bros.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Everyone starts screaming and gasping. The episode ends with her backpack on the ground in the real world.
Mhm.
End
Mhm.
episode. How's
I-
Sloppy Harris got?
I gave this a paprika out of Persona 5. Paprika
Okay.
because I don't know what the fuck is going on, and there's just crazy animation shit going on. And then in Persona 5 because not everyone can have an Idwell. There's certain things you need to do to have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that it was all there, It was all there.
Episode 2. The intro? It
Oh!
bangs.
Oh yeah.
Bangs, dude.
Bangs.
Not as much
Bangs.
as the ending, but it's
Dude,
still bang.
no, that's
Oh,
yeah.
it bangs more.
The
No
ending,
way, dude.
No, the ending music.
No,
Are you
okay,
fucking
no,
kidding?
like the intro is like music that I like would actually regularly listen to. Like if you were like give me a link, be like, hey, listen to this, I'd be like, hell yeah, I might download this. The outro is something good, but I'm not gonna download it. is what
I'm the
saying.
exact opposite.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
literally the
the
exact
intro.
opposite.
The intro sounds like an anime intro. The outro sounds like something I would fucking like throw up to because it's so
Right.
good.
The intro. No,
I was
the
like-
intro's
I
got,
was-
like that serious piano diddling. The drum beat's so heckin' good.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
come on.
it's-
No, it's
It's
fine. It's
great.
an anime intro, but the
Yeah.
end one, I was like,
They're like, this shit
Okay.
hit different,
Okay.
dude. Mm. I started just punching
Good-
shit around me.
Good. Gonna
right,
start watching the episodes backwards like a fucking manga.
there you go.
This outro's the new intro. I don't fucking care.
Mm. I told both my kids to get the fuck away from me because I'm gonna start swinging, bro. Just
Ooh.
fucking.
Don't make me
Yo, I fu-
swing on you, bro.
Wait, hold on. We watch
Uh,
shows left and right. Are we supposed to watch anime right to left, like from timestamp right to left?
Shit. Have we
Hulu
been
doesn't
watching
have that set
anime
up
wrong
yet.
this whole time? Is that why most
Oh
of them
my
are
God.
garbage? Oh fuck.
If
You
I
think-
don't know.
if I ever start watching One Piece, I'm watching it backwards.
Yeah. I think I need to rewatch Baki, like just from from finish to start.
We already
That was
like
really
that's
hard
how
for me to
that's
say
written
for
though.
some
That's set
reason.
up for us like that.
You think
Mhm.
so?
Mhm.
I mean, like, remember when they brought in Muhammad Ali? Apparently, we
point.
were supposed to have known all that.
Good
you know?
point.
Yeah.
I wish they would have started it with Oliver's big ass dick, and they're just like, here, this is how it starts. I'd be like, I'm in. I'm fucking in, dude.
And it's just Baki standing in front of him, and he's like, "You
Yeah.
might be wondering how I got this big ass dick in my face."
Well, I got a crazy
Oh,
story
man.
for you.
Freeze frame. Fucking-
Oh,
Freeze.
I'm glad that TV like that movie star has fucking died down. That shit was obnoxious.
Hmm.
you might be wondering. That's a dude. They need to do that in an anime. I want to see it though. You know?
Yeah,
They-
you're right. You're right.
They do it in Shippuden, I think. Like the first scene happens, and it's like halfway through the show
Yeah.
because they want you to get hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hanamachi is outside. She's picking up new particles back in Uncle Tachi's basement. The police are telling a green cloaked man to stand down. He's walking slowly towards them with a drill in his hand. They waited approximately 300 times as long as a cop would take to shoot an innocent civilian in America before they finally drop him.
Oh. He did it. Remember, we're like, hey, let's not go into that, and he fucking he
We
had it
doing
wrote
it.
in. He had it wrote in.
This is a trap. I'm not falling for it.
I'm not falling for it.
America #1.
Mm.
Come on.
In the ambulance, they inspect the body they recovered. Wait, that head wound isn't bleeding. Its eyes open, and the perforator pulls out a drill bit. Now I know he has a thing, but he can just not be a fucking Batman villain and turn everything about himself into a drill. You know, like
What else did he have?
No, that's
He
what I
just
want.
pulled it out of the drill. What else did he have? I like
Drill man, dude.
the only thing I
The
didn't like
fucking
about this
driller.
scene. The only
So
thing
the-
I didn't like about the scene is that I didn't get to watch him stab those cops. You know.
The only thing I didn't like is what I'm about to say, because the perforator steals the ambulance, right? Then fucking punts Hondo Machi across the street with it, right?
For real, dude.
Then he's like, "Oh shit!" and then gets out. Okay, so he steals the ambulance, hits someone, like because he's in a rush to leave. Then because he hit someone because he planned on hitting someone, he's like, "Oh," and he gets out of the ambulance, right?
Yeah.
Then he decides instead of escaping, he's just gonna abduct her and enter the sewers.
He only stole the ambulance to hit this bitch. Like that was
This
it.
dude, this
Like-
dude had no plan. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking go. Wait, no, sewer. Nice.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
he's
There's that chick
fucking-
right there. Let's hit her with this
he's-
ambulance.
He's fucking freestyling, dude. All the
Yeah,
great
dude.
villains do that all the time. You think Joker
Right.
has a plane? You
No.
know?
No, never.
Back in the Idwell, Cicada goes to apprehend the serial killer. Except this is a Rayman anime, and Rayman gets stronger. There's less of him. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
What?
I have no idea what he's talking about anymore. I don't know if this is another deep cut from Rayman's
No,
fucking
this is
lore.
me making up shit because there's so little lore that I'm making up
Yeah,
lore, and like
okay.
this is
Gotcha.
new lore. This is what
You're
I'm saying.
starting. Is that going to be our anime when we write one? Is this going to be a fucking Rayman lore anime?
Yeah, the less body parts you have in a fight, the stronger you get. We also got that from Baki, that one dude that got his
Yeah.
hand cut off, and he's like, "I've been waiting to use this move."
Dude,
gonna-
thing
it's-
from Adam's Family, fucking
Right.
invincible.
Yeah,
It's
you
going to
can't beat
be.
him. He's the strongest character.
It's
just a
going to be
fingernail.
Rayman standing in front of his
That's-
arms and legs, right, and just having his hands, and he's going to be like looking confused, and then it's going to freeze frame, cut, and he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"You might be thinking about how I got here."
You might be thinking how I lost all these body parts.
Why do you think the Master Hand in Smash is so fucking hard, huh?
Oh,
You're
fuck,
right.
dude.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right.
Need a master finger though.
the
That's the
the perforator walks through already, then starts to hop between gaps in the Idwell into other gaps, like it's already connected.
Why'd you say already twice?
I was thinking that really hard. Okay.
It's
I need you
already
to say it.
connected. I don't fucking
Let him
know.
look,
it's,
dude.
it's already connected. All right, fine.
Right.
Already, man.
already, dude. Already.
Cicada tries to figure out how he's doing this, then turns around and finds Hanamachi gassed and run away. It's John Walker sitting in a chair in an empty void, looking like Jack the Ripper with a pixely face. Except this is Japanese animation, so I have to assume instead of a regular face, he just has a giant dick on his head or something.
Yep, his whole head's just made of cock skin. They're like, no,
Yes.
blur it,
Yep.
blur it.
It's a vagina for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
his mouth.
John Walker steps in. Momoki commands everyone but two people to divert their attention to John Walker. This is top priority. The old man is somehow pissed that they aren't focusing on Hanamachi, but doesn't realize it's because they found John Walker. Like I don't know how he got to the, like, he should know.
John Walker's the guy that has his own whiskey, right? Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker,
This guy?
what's up? That's why they want to know how he made the recipe. He's never told.
Where's your fucking whiskey, dude? Red label these nuts.
Come on.
They're also upset the killer has a secret wasabi sauce gun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And an old man named Hayasusura
Okay.
walks in and starts lecturing everyone. He kind of gives me a John Hammond vibe from Jurassic Park.
Can you say his name one more time, please?
This guy named
It's fucking
You
hard.
throw enough syllables in a row. I'm gonna struggle.
There's a lot.
In the Idwell, Cicada picks up his hands. He starts to ask John Walker if they are enemies when John walks into oncoming hands traffic.
Ooh.
Dude gets sent to bedtime. Skip right
fucking-
past story time.
Mhm.
I fucking love that. Are we fighting?
Yeah. Dude's like,
He's like,
I
"Are we
don't,
Boof.
dude's like,
I'm
I don't know if
fucking-
I'm a good fighter. I don't think I am, but like, I need to defend myself. I know that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he fucking lays dude out, hits him on the button.
And then he's like, all right, let's just say I'm overpowered. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah. Yeah, right. He's like literally he's surprised that I guess I'm just the best. I don't know.
I mean, that's how I feel, you know. I just
Fucking
do
best.
stuff and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
the fucking best, I guess. I don't know.
That's how I live my whole life. Anytime
Yeah.
I do anything, if I crack an egg and I get no shell in it, I'm just the fucking best, dude.
Yeah. All right. If I crack the egg and then like put the shell in the pan and throw the rest away, I'm like, I'm just eating shell now.
Fucking, just the fucking best.
Just fried shell.
Yeah, dude.
Fried shell.
Made a new recipe. I'm the fucking best.
I'm the fucking best. So it's just hard boiled with nothing inside.
Yep.
Hanamachi wakes up. She's in a dark room tied up. The perforator gloats that she's in another hideout, and she asks why he doesn't just kill his victims. And the perforator says, let's just say I got a whole lot on my mind.
That's a good one. I don't like his name being the perforator anymore.
Oh, it's good.
I
It's
don't like it
good.
anymore, especially when you got a girl tied up. He's,
Oh yeah,
it
Gotta
sounds
keep 'em
like
perforated, man.
gotta keep him
Ugh.
perforated. Hey, it sounds like a rapist name, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a serial killer name that doesn't sound rapey?
Like, if you just call Ted Bundy Ted Bundy, that's just a dude's name.
Come on. Come on.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Bun
Bun.
D.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Come on, dude.
You're right.
Come on.
Easy.
And he also has
Easy.
TED, Ted D, Ted
Yeah.
D, Bundy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Come
you. I
on,
got
dude.
you.
You're
Dude's
being
laying
idiots
pipe,
right now,
dude.
dude.
Anyways, he asks about her device she's carrying around, and then she says he's about to get up in her lobes, and she should talk now because everyone can't talk after. Everyone lingers a bit after having drilled, though. So, like, it doesn't mean you're gonna die. You just, you might just be gawking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hanamachi asks if he's trying to start some kind of club. He explains that the holes in his head open up a good breeze to clear his thoughts. It's like a minty, refreshing taste to your nog.
To your nog. What?
yeah. It's fucked up because this is what happens to in X-Men Stryker's wife, because his son has that power to like make you see things, and his wife got so mad that she like drilled her head, and the
Yeah.
idea that she didn't die right away is like really sad.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
pretty
like that.
gross.
It's wild.
That's why Stryker is just the most annoying character in every
Yeah.
fucking X-Men story.
I mean, like if you straight up watch your wife drill,
yeah, I get it, but
that'll do it to you, man.
oh boy. In the Idwell, Sakaido is trying to make sense of it all. From the killer's perspective, everything has to be normal. Why was he hiding, though? Sakaido deduces that he must have been not hiding from Sakaido, but from John Walker. All the detectives start deducing that the world is broken because he's broken, and that maybe it has something to do with the hole in his fucking head.
Weird.
Maybe.
God, thinking about this dude fucking doing shit to people's heads. Do you guys remember that story about that kid that killed his mom and like he hit her in the head with a hammer and it like cracked her skull open, and he's like, I gotta make sure she's dead. So he like put a knife in there and just like fucking spinned it,
Yeah.
Brain stuff isn't cool,
Just
dude.
blended it. Just blended it a
Brain
little
stuff
bit.
is not
See,
cool.
It's not teeth. I'm good. We're good.
You're good with it? No, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
What
like
are you
brains.
talking? I don't even know what the story is that you're telling me.
It's a real story. There was a
it's
kid.
fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to elaborate on
Okay,
it. I just
okay.
don't want to hear it again.
I don't like
Yeah.
brain stuff. That's all I'm saying. That story, I listened to it on a podcast. It made me want to throw
Makes
up.
a little like pina colada out of her head.
No,
I don't
come
know.
on, dude.
got-
No,
You guys ever
Come
had
on.
cow brain?
no,
No.
It's pretty good.
Come-
Yeah.
It's
See-
got a weird texture, but it's good.
no. I'm too white to eat cow brain, dog.
I want
I
to
need
check
my
it out.
shit.
I'm coming
I need
over.
Next time you guys come over, I'll make some cow brain.
No, I will not come over.
Next
I
time.
can't wait to come over.
Next time. we
Elsewhere,
get-
there's a drill in Hanamachi's face. She explains that the device is named after a well goddess's son or some shit. I don't know. She then says if you want to see how it's used, she'll show him and fucking brains herself.
Yeah,
that was the fucking move, dude.
yeah.
She's like, you want to see how this shit works?
She's like, I'm gonna confuse the shit out of him right now. Watch, I'm gonna brain myself.
Right.
The detectives find a new Idwell. It's from Hondomachi. They extract Sakaido in the real world. A man that looks a lot like Sakaido is gasping in a chair. He's got to get into a new well. Sakaido enters into a barren landscape. It's just a dry, dead land with cloudy skies and huge drills piercing from the sky. It looks really cool. It's like some Dark Souls-like landscape.
I wanted the dude to be like the Gurren Lagann guy and be like, my drill will pierce your brain, and like that was it.
That's
This,
good as hell.
This shit reminded me of Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, because the last fight that happens is like in this large open void with like shit just falling from the sky. So it kind of
Yeah.
looked like that. It was really cool. I liked it a lot.
Oh man, I lost my pistachio. I was playing with one.
The fucking drill just coming everywhere. It was crazy cool.
I like it. Yeah, it was very visually like pleasing.
So, but I didn't understand here. Like, they detected the Idwell and were able to jump into it right away. Like, they can just determine where the Idwell is, no matter where that person is, and jump into it, right?
I
Because I
don't
thought,
know.
like, I would imagine that they need like the particle and like bring it back to like put it in the
like
the
maybe
Hammerman 5000 or whatever.
like
to
maybe
get
they got the
will.
particle from where she got abducted.
Well, if this
Maybe.
isn't his
Well,
first, if
well,
it's not his first
yeah.
murder, they probably went to like a past crime scene and like got it from
I
there.
was a little confused about how she made her own well.
Well, I understood how she made it because she like had the thought of killing herself, which is the instinct, right? That creates the well.
Yeah.
But how did they get access to that well so quickly? Like, because it sounded like they needed the particle to determine where the well was, and she didn't have a killer instinct at any point before that.
maybe
otherwise she
they-
would have had the id well. So that's where I was like a little confused, but I was like, whatever, I'll you know,
Yeah.
it's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good. I'll let go.
He doesn't remember anything. He looks at a tree and there's a dead Kairu hanging from a tree. He knows he's a brilliant detective. Except if she
wait.
hung herself, there's nothing to detect.
Hold on. In chat, Squeaky brought up a good point. She had the device.
Yeah. Oh, so it picked it up right
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
it.
right.
Got it.
Squeaky. Oh my god. Look at Squeak.
This is
Also,
why,
this
you know,
chat
this
is
why we
killing me
chat.
because I keep looking at it and I took my glasses off so I can't read it because I'm trying so hard not to laugh at some of the shit that's going on.
Don't you do it. Don't ruin
Yeah,
the
I'm glad-
podcast.
I'm glad I
It's a
can't look at
problem.
this shit.
It's a problem.
Then a drill falls from the sky and kills everyone. It's just like, and like, Sakata has been killed. A detective shouts that they found a reflection of Hanamachi on the tip of a drill. Bull fucking shit, dude. This
Hell
is
yeah.
this is the one that I was like, okay, they're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want with this fucking anime.
This part, it gets so much worse right here.
They reconstruct the room that she's in real life using her idwell. She's tied to a steel table and there's a fridge in there. So they have a 3D model of this room based off the reflection of a spinning drill in this fucking thing. It was a cloudy fucking day. I don't fucking no way you got a good enough fucking picture to be like, this is 100% what the fucking shit is. And they searched the city, the whole city. They could just pull up the fucking maps of fucking every fucking restaurant for some fucking reason. And like, oh yeah, this one matches it exactly. Even though like, how's that gonna be? Like, dude, it's a 6x6 or whatever. Like, there's gotta be 100,000 6x6s. And dude, why even try to be a serial killer in this world when you can do this kind of horse shit? Like,
They don't
I feel
know.
like people don't know about it.
They don't know.
Like,
That's why they keep a secret, top secret sauce. They don't fucking know, dude.
And that's what he was
Oh.
asking. He like had the thing before he was about to perforate her, and he was like, "What this thing do?"
Don't say perforate her, dude. Come on.
That's
Dude.
what he was going
He
to
just
do.
say
Okay,
murder her brain with a drill.
he was going to give her a drill hole, and then he was going to drill her hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's exactly it.
That's
Okay.
We all
exactly
looking to perforate tonight, okay? I'm just saying.
that boy's got a needle dick. You know what I'm saying? That's why that drill bit was pretty small. You know.
He heard face fuck and he just like he was a little bit off, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He said, "Fuck your heart. I'm trying to fuck your brain." You know.
Okay.
And he
Still
just
going.
goes there and just spins.
We're still going.
You know.
Kyle,
And then
please.
he becomes the drill.
Stop him.
Perforator thanks Hanamachi because he realized all the time he just want to see someone else fix themselves with the old drill bit.
Mhm.
The police charge in and apprehend him. They probably shot everyone's dog on the way in. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Momoki goes downstairs to thank him. In Cerebro, our salmon's haired man named Narihisago. Narihisago.
Cerebro, he said to me.
Nuri hurry bree bro.
Is chill in the dark. He looks a bit more schlubby than his avatar of Sakaido and the Idwells. They discuss John Walker. Nihiri Sago says he can dive again, and Momoki looks disturbed. Every time he does this, he experiences death. It takes a toll on the human psyche. Nairi Sago deduces with some huge fucking leaps in logic that the detective girl created her own Idwell by determined suicide, which is how they captured Perforator. Momoki asks if he is bothered by forgetting everything when he jumps in, and Nairi Sago says Kaoru looks like his daughter and he gets to see them, and they are both dead, which is a plus, I guess. He kind of just sounds like says it like, oh, and they're dead too.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
you know, like you go, you want to see him.
Momoki says Kaoru isn't Muku, and it's been 2 years, and you need to insulate yourself from this. He can't repeat and drive these serial killers into suicide. And Arisago says, you mean 5P?
fucking
Repeat.
I'm a fucking franchise, my boy. I'm a dynasty out in this bitch. They call me the Bulls.
Yeah.
You
I
put
want
them
a
in the room
cool
with me. You know what's gonna fucking happen.
I want a cool serial killer name. You would think after the first like 2 times they'd be like, all right, maybe he shouldn't talk.
Just
to
get him his
people."
own room.
Yeah, like give him a
Or
fucking.
just fucking make it sound
Or have the
Yeah.
or have the camera like they like when he goes to kill himself. The one guy kills himself later. Like they just like Just have the lights off. Don't give a shit. Just
Yeah.
whatever. Nobody
It's-
watching. It's
it's
like
bedtime.
it's fucking Epstein's fucking level security going on right
Oh.
now.
There we go. Why we gotta go there, dude? You know, like
Oh,
I want
yo.
anime to get away from this shit, and you just
Yeah.
bring
Yeah.
me in. You know,
You just keep coming in with the takes, Kyle. I love it.
There's a discussion with the old man and red-haired detective about the nature of John Walker. They thought that this, just like the system always places Cairo in the scene, John Walker was another metaphorical representation in the system. He's been linked to 5 other serial killers, though, but because everyone was scared of him, like that means the system was scared of that, so it wouldn't be scared of itself normally. So he may actually just be real and have a way to create serial killers, which is the hook for the story.
Moriarty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moriarty. Perfect.
In a maximum security cell, Nari climbs into bed. All along the wall are pictures of a woman and a young girl. He thinks that the last well he was in. He thinks about it. And he imagines Cairo being pulled down from the tree. She chose to hang herself, not get drilled. He wished he could have protected her from the drill. End episode.
Hmm.
And that outro bangs.
Yeah.
Outro fucking slaps, dude.
I was watching it last night, and I was like, okay, this is stereotypical outro, and then all of a sudden, like the bass hit, and I was like, oh,
You're like, ugh. It was like I was going to click next episode, right? And then I heard it start. I'm like, hmm?
yeah.
And then
I
I
was
just
like, is this BTS? What's
I
going
just
on?
keep listening to it. It's so fucking good, dude.
It's a good one. I give this episode an Inception out of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, that's it. That's the rest of them. I'm like, whatever. But like this one, I'm like, yep, this is it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't look at this Twitch stream.
That's
the
what I'm
last,
saying, dude,
the
it's
last
hard.
thing I said, I was like, yep, I'm fucking done.
It's pretty good.
Inception, because there's the totems, and John Walker could be like Maul, you know, from that shit. And then Silence of the Lambs, because this guy's, you know, Lecter.
A long claret.
3. Nari Usago is looking at an apartment building. It's his home. Inside, a younger, happier version of himself is tickling his wife in bed. I'm not going to make a joke.
Okay.
They are laughing. It cuts to a fighting game screen. A giant muscle masked fighter is fighting a Roman hero woman in a cape. The timer is turned off though, so we know they're fucking trash.
Oh. They're just trying to have fun, dude. It's
he's
a
playing
dad and his
kid,
daughter.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I know for a fact when Cody, like when his kid reaches
You're right.
whatever her age is, he's gonna be like,
No timers.
we
I'm
ain't pulling
gonna fuck
back
you up.
anymore.
Yeah. I do that already when I play against her in Mario Kart, dude. I have no fucking chill. It's 50cc. I'm drifting every fucking corner, hitting double boosts. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm dropping red shells behind me. I'm fucking 2 laps ahead of her. and she's
Disconnected.
like- yeah.
You know the worst part is about like kids our generation won't understand the old tactic of when you're losing, you just disconnect their controller.
Right. Now it's gonna be if
Uh.
you start losing, you take the controller and you break it. You know. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. No,
Uh.
I hate that shit. I hate when people did that shit to me all the time, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
I hate that fuck. That would cause real violence, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Real violence.
Oh, like you like the cord disconnected, huh? How about I just wrap it around your fucking neck and just pull that
Yeah, you
shit?
fucking like this shit,
Like that
bitch.
fucking shit. You take my shit out again, dude.
Daddy.
Yeah. That's what Kyle would say every time. You're like, partner.
Anyway, she asks if he's just a born detective and that's why he's so good at his job. He's saying he's just lucky. His daughter smiles and asks she could be a police officer. The much more depressed shade of Nari Usago's real self is in the background, noting that this never happened. He was always too busy with work, and he doubted she would ever even want to be an officer. The truth is, he was never cut for the job. He couldn't even protect his family. He's now in an autopsy room. His daughter Mugu is laid on a table, and she's just asleep. The doctor says she was involved in a physical fight with the killer. She must have defended herself bravely. He knows that Mugu's pristine-looking condition is just the dream, but in real life, all her bones were broken and multiple organs demolished. Half her brain splattered out of her skull. The serial killer named the Challenger forced her to fight.
This hurt me because
Yeah, this hurt me.
I was like, holy fuck, dude. That is. I'm glad I didn't have to see it.
They just kept describing it, like the brains being splattered on her skull. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
that was like that was the
Come
tip
on.
for me. You know, I don't fuck with brains, and they're like, all her bones are
Yeah.
broken. I'm like, Jesus Christ, and they're like, yeah, and her fucking she had multiple organs outside her body. I'm like, oh, that's
And
crazy, dude.
she had to just keep fighting until
they're
she
like-
died. You're like, what?
They're like, yeah, and then her brains are out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking pause it because I don't know what they're gonna say next, and I'm tired. You know, you got guys at
Elsewhere-
their house like, that's a good idea.
Elsewhere, we see a tower. Suddenly, it explodes. Then there's a secondary explosion that sounds like fireworks, and there's like color and everywhere. And the file cut comes in. And it says "File 02 sniped," which is not the word I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
Like 360.
I
no
laughed.
scope,
I
bitch.
laughed the first time I read it. I was like, "Explosion, sniped." I'm like, that's not.
Did he have explosive rounds? I don't know what happened.
That's not how that works.
In the hospital, Hadamachi is reading about the news. The killer is called the Pyrotechnician, which is a pretty shit name, bro. Matsuaka enters and asks if she feels any better. Can we just talk about how everyone is acting like she just broke like an arm or something? Like she straight up is Phineas Gage right now.
Mm.
She asks if Sakaido entered her Idwell, and that's just a sentence that's ripe for some innuendos. She wants to do more. I learn more about it, and Matsuaka says that she can't. She couldn't enter the well if she wanted to. It would be the unconscious becoming the conscious of the subconscious. Sorry, the conscious becoming the conscious of the subconscious. Likely, you would fall forever into an ever-expanding void you could never escape from, where you would fall into dogma.
I don't understand why they said dogma, not purgatory.
Yeah, right.
I like the word
And
dogma.
like,
But it doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense why it's called dogma.
but like, hold on.
There's a movie, Kevin Smith Dogma. Maybe they went into that world.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure wonder if there's going to do that. Like, I'm sure wonder if that's going to happen later, though. I mean, quantum to save the world. Like, that's some good quantum to save the world. Like, that's some could be. Learn that forgetting your memories and having the detective's persona is active like firewall just in case they accidentally enter their own Idwell. Anyways, Hadamachi says that she feels excited but also angry at all serial killers. That, yeah, she's got some brain damage, but that probably has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Matsuaka constantly is trying to deter her, but he goes and compares her to Narisago, saying he's said similar things. She gets excited and she says she wants to do what he does. And he's like, forget that. You know, I never liked that dumb bitch anyways, and I hate him. And I think he's hopeless trash. I think he's hopeless trash. Like
And
he
he's
says,
nothing more than water trash.
Water trash.
water trash. But anyways, they picked up some cognition particles, so it's like jumping to the fucking work of this show. And it just cuts like you see like someone get moved out of prison, etc. And then it's just long before you know it, Sakaido is on a moving platform in a stone tower with dozens of other people. It's just like going up in the sky. It raises to the top, and the sound of water fills the air. Everywhere around the tower, there's a wall of gushing water. The sun is directly above. He looks around and wonder. A bullet whizzes by. Someone hits the ground from a headshot. It erupts into chaos as people run for cover and are under direct sniper fire. On the ground is Kairu, still in a white dress, but with a bullet hole in her chest this time. The bullets are coming from inside what they call a waterfall, but I'm pedantic and that water isn't falling, it's rising. It's a water rise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sakaido is frustrated. Something is wrong, but he can't figure out what. The detectives...
And it's so stupid because he's supposed to be a brilliant detective. She's clearly pointing at something.
I
It's
know,
so
like...
painfully obvious that she's pointing at something.
yeah.
Listen,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's not a brilliant detective, okay? He's just a dude that talks to people to
It's not-
suicide.
It's not even the dumbest shit. Like, I'll get to it. The dumbest shit is this episode.
Yep.
The bullets are coming. Flip up. The detectives try to identify the people, but it becomes useless. Their features are shifting, and they're all an amalgamation of random identities. They are no one. Sakaido suddenly gets fucking domed before he hits the ground, and Momoki shouts to eject him, then re-inject him. The same scene begins from the start, with the tower rising, and this time he gets shot right away. Sakaido later is leaned against a wall, in the Idwell, and he debates if there's more than one sniper, as there's multiple trajectories. Detectives say the number of victims seem to fluctuate between 70 and 80. In the Idwell, a man freaking jumps out over the wall and just gives himself a splat. Some of the men crawl on the ground, and Sakaido screams. They're like crawling on the ground around him, and they're screaming to like keep moving. Like they're just crawling on the ground trying to like not get shot. A woman begs him for help, and he hard ignores her.
He said, "I have a girlfriend."
He's like, "I'm thinking." And she reaches for a wall and says she's gonna jump. And he's like, "Dude, nice. I'm trying to study this dead girl right now." And she goes to jump and is caught by Sakaido in the last second. And he's holding her hand when he notices something. The tower is moving. Also, I love that his arm gets shot and he drops the girl and he cares absolutely nothing about the girl. I literally I didn't even catch that the first time. I was just like, what happened to that girl? That was it.
She's not real, so why the fuck does he care? You know?
But he had to like catch her. Like there was like, there's a lot to like read about the character and how he acts in the subconscious, like in these worlds, and then like outside the world, he's constantly just fucking punishing himself. But like in here, like when he's outside of it, he's constantly like, who says I'm a good guy? Like I'm just a terrible fuck person. But inside, like he can't stop himself from actually trying to help. Yeah. Skydel figures out.
Also, like, just want to point out while we keep going, the when they get hit with the bullets, the fucking sniper, it is so, I want to say satisfying, but that sounds really
it 100% is satisfying, dude. Every time
there was a good plunk.
Yeah, and it's just like the way the bodies move, they don't like fly backwards, even though I love that shit when like someone gets hit by a gun and
there was an animator who definitely is on the list because they were like studying that shit.
But like this dude just he looked up how bodies get hit with bullets for 6 months in a row. Like I don't know what's happening.
Because they like, oh man, it is so like heavy when they get hit with it. It is amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad they got that right.
And it's fucking like it keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Every time he comes back, you're like, okay, he's dead, and they keep showing it, and I'm just like, it's fucking great, dude.
It's pretty horrifying, the scene.
Yeah, the one that got the guy gets like fucking domed in the head and like smacks against the wall.
Yeah,
because he's like sitting against the wall. Oh,
it's
if this scene was like a movie, it would have been absolutely terrifying. I would have like had nightmares about this shit.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
My inner white comes out real hard when I see all these people get shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cody's 2A, I guess. Sakaido figures out that Kairi was shot, then saw the sniper, then went to point at the sniper, but the tower was spinning, so there was a deviation between her eyes and her finger. Except the show did this backwards, though, because it implies her hand was following the motion of the sniper, not the eyes. It should have been point and then eyes follow, Like the way he starts off by explaining that her eye is looking at the sniper, and then the hand followed to where the sniper was, and that he's like, there's a difference between the two, Yeah. But it should have been like he pointed at the sniper and then her eye looked. It's a slight difference. It bothered me.
It bothered you? That is what you wanted to fucking like
dude, it
on?
Really does.
You're like,
it does. Okay. It really does.
You're host. You do whatever you want, dude.
A man crawls in front of him and goes, "Oh, you're still alive?" Then he starts screaming, "Ah, everyone run!" Like he's so like chill about it, and then he's like goes back into character. And this guy couldn't be more obvious. He's literally giggling and laughing while like gasping. He's like,
It confused the shit out of me when I was watching. I'm like, this is the bad guy. What's going on? Like,
and there's a line where he's like, "Oh, you figured me out."
Yeah.
And he's like, and then
he was like, "No shit, dude. You fucking are like, laughing."
I swear this is a punchline. This has to be a punchline because he responds with a, "Yes, I am a brilliant detective." I'm like.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, yeah. You're so good.
You're so good, guy. You got me. I wasn't being obvious at all.
No, not at all.
Fucking idiot. Couldn't even tell this girl was pointing at something until like 800 deaths.
Yeah. I think dude just wanted to see the people get shot.
So many people. Yeah, right. Yeah. The detectives also solved the puzzle of the people. It was random assembling of soldiers who died in a bombing in the Middle East 4 years ago. 74 soldiers. They got a lead and find a man who was had a ton of procedures to change his appearance, a photographer who was there, and he's apprehended suddenly by the police and mentions that he didn't care how he looked, but he couldn't say that to a plastic surgeon. It was really fast. Like they keep doing these scenes like really fast because like
Yeah.
it's half-hour episodes and they're like, fucking, we got him, boys.
Like we had to show all these people get shot like 15 times. All right, explain everything right now. Go.
They found the photos and he was like, they're curious about like what kind of like fucking snuff photos they got, but it's everyone just looking at the explosions with their phones. It's not the explosions and the carnage, it's just the onlookers with their phones.
Yeah.
And the pyrotechnician goes on about how people were dead long before he killed them.
They've always been dead.
In maximum security, the pyrotechnician is saying that one of the photos on, he's staring at one of these photos. I don't know why they let him frame. Isn't that like fucking
Yeah,
fucked
dude.
up? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
I
you get one
understand.
thing to bring in your cell with you. What do you want? This giant picture of these people that I murdered. Just put them right
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
People
I
that
love it.
watched me murder people.
Yeah, just I want to see that all the time.
Also, pyrotechnician is sexual because if he has herpes,
what?
he's laying down fire.
Where did this come from?
I'm just saying because
What?
we talk about every serial killer name can be,
Oh,
dirty.
okay. You've been like sitting on that one.
Yeah,
I've been
he's
sitting on
like-
that one for a minute. Yep.
He hasn't been
Dude.
listening to the pod. He hasn't been listening to you host at all. He's just like pyrotechnician.
I
What's
was
on
just waiting.
fire?
He's
I
got
went
just
for
like a
a
notepad, just like
technician.
fuck
Got it.
no, fuck
Done.
no, fuck no.
Herpes burn.
Listen,
Herpes burn. Fire.
I
Technician
was
pyros.
in my own Idwell, okay, and I was
Yeah.
coming up with these things.
You were in your dogma.
I was in my
Uh,
dogma.
Dogma.
Dude says it's a perfect representation of the emptiness in modern man. They get into a discussion. I'm not going to do a play-by-play. They were just taking pictures because they were there. They clearly lack empathy because they're taking pictures. They were there because of the bombs in the first place, and all he did was expose the emptiness of modern humanity. And he's saying we're all insignificant. It doesn't matter if we're alive or dead. It's getting into like extreme nihilistic philosophy here.
Mhm.
And then here he cuts into the psyche of this dude. He says that, yeah, you might believe this, but you don't actually believe it. Like you love this carnage, and it doesn't matter if people are alive or dead, but you want them dead.
Yeah.
You know. And he points out this hypocrisy that you'll never get to create, and also that he will never get to like create another scene. Like this is it.
You're fucking
And
done, dude.
and then he like, yeah, and like if you believe it, doesn't matter if he's alive or dead, and if you're not going to be able to get these things. Later that night, the pyrotechnician is getting his way into his autoerotic asphyxiation. And dude busts his nut and also busts from his immortal coil.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Attaboy.
He what was that movie with
Attaboy.
Robin Williams? Or is that Robin Williams? I don't know. The movie where the kid was fucking trying to jerk himself off while choking himself and then he kills himself by
Yeah,
accident.
world's greatest dad.
Yep. That's what this was. But it was world's greatest cellmate.
Yeah, I didn't
I love this because I think there's always this thing about how people want to like idealize serial killers and be like, oh yeah, they're trying to show society's fucked up and stuff. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, but listen, you think you might believe that, but actually you're just fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
you're just using it as a shield.
right,
Like
you just want to kill people. You like seeing people dead, and you're trying to justify why you want to see people dead and like turn it
Yeah.
on like society's the problem. And he's like, no, you're fucking garbage, dude. You're a garbage human being. All right, you're a fucking robot sniping people on rising waterfalls. You
Yeah.
know,
Fucking
and
water
he's like, what are you
trash.
talking about? Because he doesn't know that shit.
He's
He's
like,
like,
what?
huh?
Huh? Robot sniping? What are you
robot
talking
sniping. And people are jumping off your castle and shit. You're
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy. It's always moving. Why is it always moving? Like, stand
Why is
still,
it always
dude.
moving? Just fucking
God.
stay still, you fucking idiot.
That's why he killed himself. He's like, just shut the
Right.
fuck up, dude.
He's like, shut the fuck up. He's fucking necking myself now, dude.
I'm over this shit.
Mm. Back in the tower, Kairu gets shot. Sakaido rushes after her, says he had to try and save her, and she knew that it's important, that the investigation wasn't important. Then she turns into his dead, like Kairu turns into his dead daughter and asks why he couldn't be with mom and her more before they died if it wasn't that important for
Mm.
catching the bad guy. And this is like the longest stretch we get to see the personality of the main character. Giving me some like real Rick and Morty and House vibes. Like a completely miserable, self-hating character who sees perfectly in everyone, and he's like just an asshole. And he's like doing all these things while like compulsively saving people too. Like he's
Yeah.
like the worst person saving people.
I like
I
it.
like it. This
I
shit
like it.
always gets me.
Same.
It's slightly problematic, like idolizing these characters in all these stories. But it's good. It's a good feel.
Like it's weird that you say Rick and Morty because I had more of like the Doctor kind of vibes from him. Like
Oh no,
He-
not even.
he's definitely like I don't know what he's done yet, so I don't know he's as bad as Rick,
Mm-hmm.
but like he's willing to save people and figure out like what's going on, or even like even like one step further than the Doctor. Like I just had it and I lost it. Never mind. Go
Yeah, it's fine. End episode.
on. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a what I have here. Oh, I gave this a death note out of paprika
you
because what? Go
you
ahead.
fucking. I'm so sick of you fucking falling on this thing where you just say the same movie, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
same.
The show doesn't change that much from episode to episode.
Listen, all
It's
I'm
the same
saying,
show.
put some fucking effort into it, you lazy bitch. Okay?
So
Right.
you want me to change the rules that I came up with to fit your shit? That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a goddamn artist. Okay.
There's gonna be a podcast without Harris, and we're just gonna like get to this part and just like Harris, and we're
Yeah.
just gonna
Harris.
fucking the it'll be like a 12-hour podcast.
Yeah.
Harris.
Cody, I want you to come up with some shit, huh? Why don't you come up with these end of episode shits, huh?
Shut the fuck up, dude. Do it. It's not my thing.
Take off-
I don't want to
do
do
it.
it.
That's
I don't
right,
want to
you
do it.
can't-
Why don't you take off your jacket?
You can't do me. All right,
It's not hot.
man. It's not hot. You definitely hot.
I'm hot as fuck, dude. Man's not
I
hot.
know.
I'm so warm right now.
Hold
Episode
on.
4.
He didn't explain why he gave him the ratings.
I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, shit.
Fine. I won't give it to you then.
No, I want it so bad, please.
No, you get it. You fucking come criticize me. Host want me to do it. You guys,
Please,
you
dude.
guys hot. Block's hot. Block's
You
hot.
about to,
Black's
you,
hot.
you about to be a host alone. Should I say Post Malone?
Post What?
Oh, I think the podcast is going too long. I don't know. We're
You're
running it
about to
long
be
this time.
host alone, dude.
Host alone.
Okay.
Fine.
Whew. How's it going?
Episode 4. The perforator is being interrogated. He explains that he's deduced everything, and he just explains everything, and that Narayasago referenced memories and things he shouldn't know, and also he's being taken away and brought back looking worse every time. Elsewhere, we see that Salmon Hair Guy is in solitary confinement, so they have to use a killer in the meantime. We get a shot of a more whole and young-looking Perfy boy, and he's on the tower from the previous episode. He looks down at Cairo and says he doesn't remember much, but he is a brilliant detective. Then he gets a new hole in his head.
Yeah.
He's failed 7 different wells 10 times each. This guy just isn't a good detective, and he's also experienced like death 70 times now just from that math. And it's joking that maybe someone who would do something so nuts as drilling a hole in their head wouldn't have such a strong will to live.
I really liked when he said this. I'm just like, yeah, that makes 100% sense, dude.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's fucking that's good.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. Brilliant detective.
Anyways, the movie they're trying to rip off this time for this episode is Buried. And instead of handsome, beautiful, luscious Ryan Reynolds, we have a generic anime girl stuck in a wooden box.
Yep. They take it from me. They take it from me. They look me right in the face and take it from me. They say, Ryan Reynolds, who the fuck is that?
This anime bitch in a
The
box.
anime bitch in a box, dude.
There's a
I
camera
have to look a box. I'm gonna get in the box.
inside the box. There's a camera, light sticks, and oxygen tank, and online stream that shows that the grave has been filled. She realizes she's been captured by the gravedigger, and people all over the world are watching her. Maybe giving everyone these cool ass names is really normalizing these serial killers in this world.
You're definitely making them celebrities, Japan. Maybe don't
Yeah.
do that. Like this.
Maybe don't.
Yeah, let's stop it. Maybe take down the fucking streams where you're watching a little kid die slowly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech. Can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
do
what
it,
it
Jim.
means. That's what it
Okay.
means.
Okay.
Also, grave digging. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? Come on. That one's easy.
Gravedigger. Gravedigger
Is that
is
okay? I don't know if this one's a good one for saying on a podcast, but
Oh God.
Here we go.
Do
if
it.
you want to make Gravedigger sexual, is it gonna be like a joke, like you're gonna like set up an abortion? You know?
Kyle.
Kyle,
Okay.
see, you said it's not good for a podcast, and then
Look,
you went ahead and did it.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I'm asking.
What's your question? Go ahead. Finish the question, Kyle.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Left it up to people that they can look it up if they would like to.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Let's just.
All right.
We're just gonna leave that at that.
We're gonna leave that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
This dumb idiot screams that she will live long enough to be rescued, which wastes oxygen right there. Then she's like, shit, breathing, and then continues to talk to herself the whole time. She also, off the top of her head, knows that the world record for this kind of thing is 52 hours. It's a very bizarre information to just have ready.
I'm sure people are like writing. I'm sure people are just like writing about these murders, right? Like a lot of people are watching it.
I mean, that was like my best in-world explanation. But the kid that like is saved later is like a kid, and she seemed like more or less of a kid, which is a weird way of saying older. And I don't
More or less of a kid.
I don't know where you're going with this, so I'm not saying anything right now.
You know what's weird though?
Well, what I'm saying is she might be older than the person in the Idwell, and I don't know like if there's gonna be some variation there, but like the
in the Idwell coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely. I think he makes a point of saying that she's like 10 years old in the Idwell, but she's not. She's older than that when she's in the thing.
Why does Japan like murdering children though? Because all these dudes that are serial killers that have the cool names are killing kids. They just keep fucking killing kids.
Skyrim does not approve.
The perforator did not kill a child.
Oh, he tried to. That fucking high school cop.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
He tried to. He didn't do it, and it was a cop.
Kid cop.
Kid cop.
Kid cop.
You're a cop before you're a person.
Meet the cop that can't shop for alcohol. Kid cop.
Just saying, dude.
Okay.
Just saying.
Murdering kids.
Also, I don't know if the anime is trying to be self-aware entirely, but there's a new channel with a stream up, and they are just like the news channel, sorry, not new channel. And they are discussing how nobody should watch this shit because it gives a serial killer attention while giving it attention on Prime TV.
Yeah.
Like they have it in the background.
Yeah. Broadcasting it.
I'm like, this is just like shit we see all the time. Okay. Some generic anime. It also like doesn't work because they're in the show. They're like making serial killers kind of cool. So like they're there's layers on this shit. Some generic anime people are inspecting the scene the girl was abducted from. They are doing regular old dumbass police work like inspecting asphalt and nothing cool like standing in front of a hologram of a world created from people's intent to murder.
Yeah. That's a boring ass show, dude.
Boring fucking show, dude.
trying to find evidence like it's 1968, you know?
Go stare at a fucking wall for like a little while and you'll figure it out. Okay?
Yeah.
They pick up some cognition particles, and Saigo needs to get pulled out of his hole in solitary and put in the mental hole of the guy who digs holes.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh.
Beautifully worded, buddy.
A1, dude.
You use the word hole a lot, I'm down. Fucking just put that in any sentence, I'm down.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, he sits up in bed and sees a burned corpse. Sakaido sits up in bed in the Idwell. He sees a burned corpse in the middle of the floor. It's Kairo. File 04 extended, which is a really laser filler name. I feel like they were going to replace that, and then they just didn't because like
no, he's in there for an extended period of time.
That's oh my
Idiot,
god, Harris.
dude.
I'm with 2 Harris now.
No, I didn't like the name of this episode. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, he extended a person, you know,
Yeah,
or like left him in there for an extended.
The only extension is the fucking buildings.
Well, And like he left her in there for an extended period of time without us knowing about it, and like pre-recorded the
Her
whole
room
thing.
wasn't
Like,
even on fire. She was just chilling. I was chilling.
I wasn't talking about I was talking about the girl in the barrel, right?
Yeah.
He left her
Oh.
in there for an extended period of time.
Oh,
I
she's
said
chilling.
I said it. This episode should have been called "Chillin',"
They should have just called barreled, you know?
barreled.
That
That's- I
would
like
have
that
gave
one.
away the fucking twist on that.
Well,
Right.
she opens and she's clearly in a barrel. Like you see it from her point of view, and she's
I
looking around. It's
Thought
a
it was
barrel.
coughing the whole time because I
Why would it be
don't
a
know
coffin? Why
dimensions.
would you have that much space unless it buries you that way? And
Yeah,
even
you
then-
you can't sit up in a coffin, dum dum.
You never been in a barrel? You never been in a barrel?
You never laid in a coffin.
You never
Idiot.
laid in coffin?
Fucking
Huh?
idiot, dude.
Did you even have a
She's
goth
too-
face? Did you even?
No, I didn't. I had a
Idiot.
cape phase. I wore a cape at high school.
Let's
That was fun.
not. Come on, Kyle. You're
That's
just.
awesome.
No, it's
That's
not.
awesome.
That's not
I love
awesome.
that.
That's not
Yeah.
I
awesome.
love that.
I had to be
fought
friends with this
lightsabers.
fucking guy. Yeah.
You really
That's
did.
amazing.
I was some quality cringe, my guy. I still am, but
Quality
That's amazing.
cringe,
A
dude.
cape, dude.
He
That's
wore
awesome.
a cape.
You know,
it wasn't like just one day.
Didn't you wear a tie also? Like you guys had a cape phase and a tie phase.
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Anyways, she's too burned to figure anything out, like by like detective work. Outside, there's a strange hellscape of sprawling urban buildings expanding and retracting out. A massive gap between two complexes is separated by fires. Burned corpses line the building. How did Cairo burn so well if there's no signs of fire there? He sees a girl across the street. It's the girl who's dying on the live stream. An explosion comes and he plummets to his death. He's extracted, then re-injected into the ID well. In the real world, on the stream, the girl says that she's tough and it's just tough not having anything to eat though. And it's probably been like 24 hours of being in there. She thinks it's only been 7 actually. You see the little stream thing.
it's so sad. It's
Yeah.
so
Right, dude.
sad.
It's so
I hated
sad.
it.
You know, I want to make a joke about her being hungry and wanting a snack only 7 hours in, but like when I was at home for a few months from Corona lockdown, I gained enough weight. I need to shut the fuck up.
It's like 7 hours is a minute, dude.
Also, like not talking to somebody, like I don't know, not even not talking, but like being buried alive for
dude.
that long, like holy fuck.
Like, yeah, being buried, like the whole mortal aspect of that changes
Yeah.
it significantly. But I do have that thought, like, whenever, okay, here's a dumb rant, but like at work, like whenever it's busy, people always do that. At least your like time go by as fast, right? But like that's not the case at all for me. It goes so much slower when I'm busy because I'm like I do a million things. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta be close to like clocking out now. Oh, it's been 10 minutes. Cool, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
Fucking-
That's how it is the
Yeah.
whole day. Just me
Yep.
being so busy and thinking that I gotta be closer to leaving, and then I like do all these things and realize that I'm not even closer.
yeah.
But when it's a slow day, I just zone out, and then I'm just like, oh shit, it's time to go. Like that's it.
It's been 8
I think
fucking
if you-
hours.
I think if you put me in a box, I'll just be like, just space out, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Instead
I'd
of
be like,
instead
I
of
feel like those
clocking out
birds
though,
when you put the blanket over their fucking cage.
oh fuck. And
Oh, boy.
instead of clocking out, you had to be like, all right, at the end of this day, I die. Okay, how long has it been?
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
If I ever got buried alive, I would do everything I could to break out that bitch. I'd rather.
Right. You gonna do that Kill Bill one punch thing?
Fucking,
Hell yeah.
Uh. Even though that like the force of the ground collapsing in is
Oh,
enough
yeah.
to kill you right
Yeah.
there.
It would
Yeah.
definitely crush me, but at least I would be like, I tried something. You know.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just you would suffocate faster. That's all that would happen.
right.
Like, well, guess I'll suffocate a little bit quicker now.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
dirt all up in my mouth.
I could swim through dirt. Probably not 6 feet of it, but I'm hoping
mean,
that whoever does it with me just gets lazy and they're like, a foot's. You know.
That'd be good. That'd be real good. There's a montage of him dying over and over, mostly from explosions and falling. I
Backdraft.
really wonder if the show is going to increasingly make him more insane from all this mental toll they got to give, like, because they made a point of saying that this is going to happen, right? And he like, there's a point where he like opens in the real world, and he's like over the intercom, they ask like, can he keep going? And he's like, I already pissed myself because y'all won't give me my gamer pee jug, so let's keep going.
Like, I pissed myself. This place is a little dirty, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
I don't
And
care.
then
Go.
And then they're like, yeah, maybe we should like clean it up. It's probably affecting his performance a little bit, you know?
More deaths happen. They decide to have a small break. Moroki opens the stream to the girl in the box, and it's got to be rough to make that decision to like take a break while looking at her sit there with
Yeah.
time ticking.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that drama. They wonder how they were never able to find any cognition particles before, and why there was always nothing on the crime scenes. Like the killer abducts them, locks them up, live streams them, suffocates, and then streams them decaying into the crypt keeper. Like they gotta have like mad cognition particles.
Right.
Which, yo, here's a thought: how many cognition particles do you think Cody gets when Harris is smashing him in fighting games?
His house is full of them. His house
Is there
is full
some-
of that bitch.
Is there gonna be someone who's just peak homicidal, like the scouter's gonna explode after Hanamachi shouts, "It's
I-
over 1,000!"
I'm so fucking mad. I need to just go. Are we done? Can I go hurt shit?
Yes.
Fuck
Oh.
you. Fuck
Oh.
you, Harris.
Was
There's
this
video
rough?
evidence of Cody's Idwell being built, you know? Like, why we played Injustice?
Good
Oh.
go. Good finish. Go faster.
We get a montage of Sakaido trying to run through the death trap that it takes to reach the girl. We get a song playing over and over, and it's kind of hilarious. It's going, we can go, like a samurai.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like that
Pretty
song.
good.
I don't know
I
why.
was like, why is this happening? But
It was
this
good,
song
dude.
goes.
He climbs up a pipe and barely reaches the top. It's the only room not in fire. And neither was Kyron's room, which is what it took for him to realize that like she wasn't killed in that room and she had been moved there. And they were using the fire to hide the fact that she died from something other than fire.
Fire.
Time.
Fire. The detectives have an aha moment and realize that this one is different because it's a copycat killer.
Mhm.
Sakaido says that they need to get out of the room. The little girl asks how they're going to do that, and the dude gives her 1,000-yard stare. Probably like the cumulative, like non-flashbacks of all the deaths he didn't know he already had. He just says, "Trust me." It's like, how are we going to get back? Oh,
Good question. I didn't think I'd get this far, you know?
I wasn't prepared.
she says, "Mr. Ono's house really on fire." And everyone goes, "Nani?" And she says he's a failure, and to escape his life, he lit everything on fire with his family inside, which is a weird thing for a kid to say about you.
You got some 10-year-old kid come up to you and be like, hey, you're a failure. I'll be like, yeah, I'm burning my house down.
All right, time to
That's
fucking
it. Go light it all up.
light my family on fire. What happened today? Some kid talk shit. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to
It's
sleep.
fine.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
I'm going to the gas station.
Why I smell like
Be right back.
gasoline? I pissed.
I pissed.
Go on.
Go to fucking bed.
The detective have a suspect, the neighbor. I don't know. The fucking... Anyways, police don't knock this bitch and bust into this dude's house. Still no dogs to shoot. In the basement, they find the old man watching the stream. They recognize the rug from the one in Idwell that Kyra's body was on. Underneath is a basement to the basement. The victim is still alive on the stream. They made it. The barrel gets open and the police officer fights back his sick in his mask. The video isn't a live feed. It's a recording. It's been several days. She's dead as fuck.
This shit, fuck, dude. This show, I love this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can we go
They-
higher
they-
than dope is dope?
They-
How do
they
we go
keep
higher?
saying- For this copycat too, they keep saying like hide a leaf in a forest. And
Yeah.
I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I don't know
Yeah, I
why.
like that shit. I like
It was
it. I
really
was
good.
like trying to fit in it, but like I already had like a long fucking thing going. This is 15 pages.
Oh god. But yeah, this is why if I was buried alive, I'd start trying to break out. Because if I was a motherfucker in like a basement somewhere and like break out and there's nothing, I'd be like, all right, I'm fucking someone. You know?
Yeah.
Who's here? I'm
Whoever put
fucking-
me in here, I'm fucking you.
I'm fucking you.
Gonna come out like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Ah! Tearing his pants off. Where are you?
In the
You got-
Idwell, Sakaido runs away with the little girl. Mr. Ono's body sets on fire as he falls off on the side building. It's just random that shit happens. There's no reason for him to die in there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sakaido shields her eyes from it and says she's seen enough scary shit.
Yeah.
In the real world, he was glad to see that they got the guy, and he was visibly distraught when they found out the girl has already been fermented.
Oh,
He's-
come-
Oh,
God damn it, dude.
fermented.
She's
Why?
been fermented. See, this is why I. Never mind. Fuck you.
He's asked if he wants to be the kill. If he wants to kill the killer. Oh, the show is Dexter too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking about.
Dexter too.
He mentions that he doesn't want to kill. The thought just occurs to him, and he acts on it. And Momoki asks if he still views him as a friend, and he says that that's probably all he's got. At the crime scene, the high school detective is watching the scene. They are upset they didn't get the real gravedigger. Also, she's still putting flowers in her hair. You think she would use her big forehead socket to put the flowers in? That'd be some real fashion sense. Like,
Right. No.
like forehead socket.
Yeah, dude, I love forehead sock. How much shit you think she could fit in
No.
there? She don't even need a purse anymore. Like,
No.
just start
Yeah.
shoving shit in there.
No,
Okay.
no,
That's some lipstick.
no. Probably.
Anyways.
On. No.
No.
Anyway, she's trying to get some new cranial piercings because she notices a man skulking about. She follows after without telling anyone, and her hands are gripped to the sides of her backpack like a totally defenseless like child trying to play tag with cars bumpers. It's just running head first. Like, it's the most insane shit. Like, the whole time you're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
And she thinks she lost him, and then the man comes around the corner. It's a missing person from the Jigsaw case. He takes off his hat, and there's a hole in his head. He grabs her and kisses her. End episode.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
You can't have an anime with a little rapey scene in it.
It was weird.
It was really fucking weird. And he's gonna be like, that guy showed me the way. You know, he drilled a hole in my head. Now I got a good breeze. Now I want to murder people.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
it's some saw shit.
Yeah, saw shit.
Oh.
100%.
You think he wanted to, like- You think Perforator wanted to just like have a family and like have like just like a clothesline run through all their heads and then like they could like I don't know.
Like foosball players, but they're
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Dumbest
Oh
shit ever.
no.
I'm sorry, I
I don't
can't
like
be like
that.
this.
I don't
I
like
love
that. Yeah, I give this a Saw out of Dexter out of Sherlock.
Yeah, it's great.
There, you happy, Cody? Huh?
Yeah.
It's all
yeah.
different shit.
I
huh?
loved it. I
Stu
love that
bitch.
one. I love that one. I love that
It's
one.
good.
You fucking Stu bitch, dude.
You got a
know?
reason? You got a reason? Or are
The
you just
reason
saying
is
shit
'cause-
now?
Saw because fuck Cody.
Okay.
Dexter because
Okay.
fuck Cody.
Okay. that's a good
And
one, that's a good one.
Sherlock, I'm about to think about this one.
Wait,
'cause
hold on.
Cody.
Wait, we're
Oh.
thinking about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Good
got
one.
me, fucking moron.
Good one.
Yeah,
Good one. Good one.
good. I hope your Idwell is just me. It's just my big sack, just in the sky.
I'm
Like it's
gonna-
like the drill, but the drill is my sack, and it
I'm
just
gonna
comes
fucking.
down.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get
Perfect.
in. Listen, I'm gonna get in a barrel. I'm gonna go into your house. I'm gonna break out a barrel. I'm gonna fuck you, dude.
Dude, I will put myself in the barrel. With
I'm
you
gonna
and
get in.
break out of
Oh,
and fuck you while you're still in the barrel. I'll make a little hole in that bitch and just.
I'm done with.
Can we have a little? Can we have like a little fermented like barrel death pack?
Yeah.
You have
oh,
to, like so
yeah,
when you
dude.
talk about fermenting, like what if like you were buried, right? Or like in that barrel, and then he like slowly filled it with like whiskey and then like sold that as like Jack Daniels and it's like human age
Yeah.
whiskey, you know?
human
Yeah.
age whiskey. That sounds
Yup.
sounds
I love it.
fancy, and he sell it for
love
a
it.
lot,
For a lot of money, right?
lot of money, dude. That's what's up. Pickles. Make pickles out of
Pickle.
people.
Pickles.
Pickle.
Pickle.
Peter Piper people picker. People pick
Ah.
people pickle.
Anyways, that's part one of the show. We got 2 more parts of this
Two more
coming.
parts. I'm
I
excited.
I wonder if we'll get more gross than this. Surprise, we probably will. Like,
We
yeah.
probably will.
That finale like villain they're gonna have has to like up the ante. Like he has to like just wear people's skin.
Yeah, that's why no one can see. Like
Yeah.
that's why his face is all fucked up, you know,
Yeah.
because he just wears people's skin.
I want it to be like Joker levels though. Like you remember when Joker cut his own face
Oh
off
my god!
and had to like
greatest fucking
reattach
thing
it?
ever. Because
what I want.
because Batman wears a mask, so he's like, I'll wear a mask too. My own fucking face.
My
You're like,
own
what?
face. You're like, huh? But does that? Okay.
But the rest of that was so stupid. He like kidnapped the entire Bat family, pretended like their faces were cut off, and then they weren't actually. You know,
Maybe it was just a lot of work and you didn't want to do it.
He's like carving a line like it's hard, it's rough, it's a lot of work. I don't got the time. I'm a busy man. Okay.
I wish the Joker was half as chaotic as he leads us to believe.
Yeah, right. Right.
Oh, by the way, before we start doing shout outs for the end of the episode, Kyle,
Yeah.
I did not tell you to do this, but we need to do this. Shout out to our
Yeah.
Patreon producers.
Uh-oh.
Mr.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Purdue, dude. Mr. Like a Ninja 2000. Shout out
Yeah.
you, bud.
Shout out all
Patreon
those
producers.
guys.
We have a
And also-
Patreon producer, people.
Just
That's crazy. There they are. That was gonna be my next one.
Those are some
I'm good
solid
at it.
kisses.
Those are some
Those
solid kisses,
kisses.
dude. If you listen to those kisses and you're not part of the Patreon, those were not for you.
yeah, those
Okay.
weren't for you.
Those are directed kisses. You need to know that. Shout out Drillhead. Shout out fucking
Shout out
Uh,
Gravedigger. Shout out
Gravedigger.
Pyrotechnician. Shout out
Shout out
perforators.
holes.
Shout out
Oh,
hole
shout out
punching people
perforators,
and
shout
putting them
out
in binders.
shout out fermenting.
Shout out fermenting.
Shout out
out
kid
Rayman
killing.
Lore.
Shout out Raid Man.
Rayman Lore. That's a good one.
Rayman
That's
Lore's
a
a
good
good
one.
one. Yeah. All right, we're good with that one. Whoever's watching in Twitch, if you are Patreon and you pay for the level of post show shit, we're gonna actually go to Patreon right now and start our post show. So come
Are we-
and watch it. Keep recording.
Oh, we keep recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks people for